while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence. Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Connect the dots straight to the start of intoxicating want. Lingering touch, these soft words whispered in the dark. Set my heart on fire.
Yep. Hello and welcome. SLE is back. SLE is back after a long waiting, and it's gonna be me, Mikus, today with you guys, and our fellow CCG, big name in CCG community, and Captain Fortet Draconis, Caliber.
Hello. Well, today we're looking at my game first, yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna be like a little bit of an odd caster maybe selection, as you are gonna cast one of your own games. It's gonna be an interesting experience, definitely. And
Indeed.
after that we have a couple of other games. The game of the week between Reef Esports and SG Intelligence, as both of those teams already have qualified for Division 1, but are going to fight for a triumph, maybe a bragging rights more of a, because you don't really get any trophy or award or prize for winning the planes, but still going for a no, very impressive. And the day is gonna end up with a battle between Primordials and the other Altera team we have in SLE. Astaroth, as both of those teams are playing for their Division 1 hopes. Which of the games are you most excited for, Caliber?
I mean, I know how my game ended, so I can't really be behind for that one. I think in terms of standings, the third game is gonna be most important today. But in terms of gameplay,
Yeah.
I'm really hyped about the SGI versus Reef game because I know I lost to both, so they have to be good, no?
Yeah, and that being said, we can already jump in our first game between Threat and Draconis. You on AD carry right there, and Altera Excelsior. It's Veracity and his, how I call them, the Apocalypse, Discord Apocalypse Riders. I think Veracity himself isn't playing today, but wasn't playing. Therefore, in the game we're gonna view, we're gonna watch. But yeah, we can look into this draft. Talk to me, Calber. What were your team priorities going into this draft against Excelsior squad?
I mean, we were originally trying to get a draft plan against their normal roster, but then we saw that they had a different mid laner and they had to get a different AD carry because the AD carry had PC issues. So our draft plan was just to lay back on our comfort picks like the Sivir Renata we've been picking in every game. For some reason, we just get it every game.
Yeah.
And then for the rest, just draft comfort strong.
Yeah, surely a very strong meta combo. Yeah, Sivir most popular AD carry, if I understand the meta correctly right now. And Altair Excelsior chooses to go for this Wayne counterpick, known as a Sivir counterpick for, I'd say, for many, many seasons now. Maybe not so popular currently, but yeah, then followed with two horses in Lily and Hecarim. Rise, maybe also not the most popular pick right now. Quite an unexpected draft by Altair Excelsior, I'd say. What were your reactions to this draft where every single champion is kind of an unorthodox one?
I mean, to be honest, when we saw the Vayne lock-in, we were thinking that they mislocked. So we were definitely not expecting what they picked. So I guess they called us on the back foot there, but we were not knowing what they're going for. So we just pretty much ignored what they picked and just went for our stuff.
Yeah, I would agree. You went for a little bit more of a classical team comp, while they went for a little bit of maybe personal skill and preference champions. But yeah, if we look at this matchup between these two teams, we see that Tetradraconis is the team that was 1-2 going into this game, kind of like maybe behind the other teams in the standings. But if we kind of break down this matchup, Theta Draconis has had so much stronger opponents going into this matchup. In first 3 rounds, they faced Primordials, SGI, and Reef. As we know, SGI and Reef are both 3-0 teams. Primordials also quite a solid team in these planes. And yeah, if we count up their total record was 7-2 and 2-2. Meanwhile, the Excelsior squad had the more luckier draw, but I'd say only CCG Row being the team that is like kind of contending for upper tier in Division 1, while facing French Inquisition and Dream Team in other games. And their combined games is 3-7. So definitely the draw has favored the Excelsior squad. I think you have really felt it on your own very own skin. How how difficult the draw has been. But yeah, everything to prove in this game.
Definitely.
Yeah, and yeah, we can join that game. We can start the game here.
All right, joining into the game. Yeah. So, Marcus, you don't know how the game goes. What is your prediction on who's gonna take this?
I do not know how the game goes. Well, if my analyst in me easy to answer the question. If I would like being presented by these two team comps, I would say that the CCG side have the more. Oh, look at this! It's gonna be a 5-man invade.
Well, we're gonna have a little bit of early shenanigans, but it's gonna be stopped by one Bard Q, sadly.
Yeah, Bart gets out of it. But yeah, I'd say CCG has the more of the meta champions, more of power picks with the Sejuani, with Sivir, with Renata. And meanwhile, on their side, I don't feel like Excelsior squad has that many counters to it. Then again, I'm quite sure that I know that Asbal is a very strong Hecarim player. That being said, a lot of comfort there. But yeah, if I have to pick someone, I'd go for Death and Draconis squad. But who knows? In this Elo, quite often comfort is the driving force between that decides which team will get the victory.
Definitely, definitely. But one thing I would like to ask you is we have more and more good AD carries, so LEC AD carries and stuff, opting for the Ghost on AD carry. What do you think about that? As far as I know, you're also playing AD carry?
Yes, me too. I'm playing AD carry quite a lot, and I've tried that Ghost tech. I like it, but quite often, well, how I usually think about it is that if I would play a solo lane AD carry, I would always go Ghost. But with Combat Summoner, you're kind of quite often helping your support as well as setting up your jungler. Ghost being an excellent summoner spell at the moment, especially after I think there was some exhaust nerfs. Yeah, it's a preference thing, as well as you need to check out the enemy team comp, and if you're not forced into, we see jungle is cringe here.
Trying on the level 3 gang, he got spotted, but is he gonna get respected? He's waiting patiently, then pouncing onto Vidia, just chunking it out for quite a bit, and that's a lot of damage, Volibear, holy moly.
Bit of a face check by the Lily as she disrespects Volibear's damage, and Dunkmaster Wolf being punished there, basically.
What a name, holy shit. But anyway, also we had Hecarim pathing towards the top side, so he got just kind of blocked by the Volibear gang top and has to get back to farming, it appears. Meanwhile, we have bot lane just existing, doing Sylvia lane things.
Yeah, but I don't think Hecarim can do much here. Ryze has no mana, nothing at all.
This looks really rough for the side of I forgot the team name, but here comes Jungle's cringe on the Volibear, flashing in Q, but can't quite find the damage to kill Aspal here. Only trading Ghost for flash.
So the Excelsior so lucky here to actually get something out of the gank. Got some summoner trade, because that one looked very rough, as Ryze was basically a cannon minion there without mana, without any abilities to follow the gank.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. And now we have Jungle's cringe hovering for the bot side. It feels very weird to cast myself, I gotta be honest.
I bet it
opting for the reset.
I bet it does. Kind of harder to get hyped for yourself. Look at this, Caliber is going for a quadra, for a penta. Yeah, but we make do, and I'm very happy that you are here today with me, casting this game. Trying to do your best of not showing if you're gonna win or if you're gonna lose this game. But yeah, this early game looking quite fine for both sides. Maybe a little bit of mistakes by the Excelsior squad with the forced gank mid, and maybe with Lily a little bit of face checking the Volibear with no knowledge of how the moment is gonna play out.
But they're not getting punished too hard by Theta Draconis yet, so it's still all
very
fun.
lucky. Very lucky. Very lucky. Both these squads are playing for actually quite a high stakes here. If as I said before, if that Draconis wins this game, they advance to tiebreakers, but Asbal is
Now we
here.
have a Hecarim gang coming in from top lane. Jomi maybe get trouble on
No
Sejuani,
flash?
but Dash is out to counter the Hecarim, and he seems to be doing
Oh.
super fine, Sejuani. Definitely.
Oh, Yomi leaves without this flash, and yes, Threat Electronics is gonna trade this gank for a dragon kill here. Yomi somehow actually survives it. Maybe.
Very good timed Q, I would say. I think it's
Yeah,
with the
excellent.
dash. I hope so.
Absolutely excellent, and yeah, Tetraconis trades back for this. Asbal is gonna try to trade something back here and try to clean out Theta's topside jungle, as he is absolutely free to do so. Not gonna be challenged, doing the jungler thing, clearing two
Now
camps.
this is looking very, very dangerous if Luchesco on the Vayne oversteps just a single step. Oh, but here we have Bard trying to face check and therefore being forced to flash and journey out.
Meanwhile, it's solo kill top lane. What happened?
Jomi just, I guess, the level advantage. He got level 6 way before his opponent, therefore just solo kills Vidia with ult and ignite, no chance, CC to death.
Yeah, a little bit of disrespect coming from the deer here, thinking that she has her Hecarim, she has Asbal here in the top side, covering for her, but not really covering as Hecarim is.
And there's another mid lane coming in, forcing the Rise Flash for Vexoid.
Yeah, Ascension doing the respect flash there would have most likely died if he didn't. Oh, Volibear's gonna help the droid push out the mid lane.
Opting
Smart
for
play.
probably Lost Chapter reset, I'm guessing.
Yeah, looks to be a last chapter reset. You might need to be able to know that.
And here we have Asbal engaging onto Jungle's Cringe on volume mid, but that's a lot of damage coming in from Jungle's Cringe. Luchesco flashing forward for the kill onto the Volibear and getting out to 5 HP or something, but the flash auto attacks forward to secure the kill. Now living with 5 HP. No auto attack will connect and Droid will survive. It's a miracle.
Oh no, Droid fears him.
But here comes Vidia. No, she can't block. Never mind. It's
These both teams having an action-packed early game. I know Excelsior for their style. That Excelsior for me is quite an aggressive team. They like to run at their opponents. They often pick champions like Hecarim, like Wayne. Wayne maybe not so much, but yeah, like Hecarim, like Vladimir, and just push the start button and run at their opponents. But yeah, looks like Theta Draconis so far is beating them at their game, having a little gold lead here, 500 gold. But yeah, Theta Draconis for me is more of a maybe a little bit slower team, maybe a little bit more calculated, not taking so many fights. But yeah, so far looking good for Theta Draconis, even early game.
Also, Vayne roamed towards the mid lane for this 1 kill, but actually still 200 gold behind Caliber on bot lane here, because he just got to shove out 2 waves uncontested in a 1v0 lane, and that's exactly what Sivir wants to do, so they're kind of playing into the cards of Fate here, I think. Also, we have Herald coming in, just uncontested, getting all the neutral objectives. Jungle is cringe, showing how cringe jungle can be.
Yeah, really playing up to his name there, being the more impactful jungler, being, I guess, cringe. But other than that, yeah, just Excelsior not being there in time, and yeah, we see, yeah, the Vayne is kind of a counter for Sivir if they ever get to fight, but the difference between these two champions is the Vayne has so much less wave clear than the Sivir, and if Sivir decides to, she can just never interact with the Vayne at all. She can just clear the wave, go clear the jungle, play safe. And yeah, we see Vayne trying to get more resources here.
Now recalling, but no, never mind, cancel the recall. That might have been a big mistake if it would have gone through, because we are well known for just shoving every wave. and then saying deal with it. But here we have maybe Aspar looking for something onto the mid lane.
He's not seen.
He's unseen with the Bard in the bot side, but are they looking for the kill onto Droid? Or are they just trying to maybe
They're gonna trap.
Jungle's cringe? What are they doing?
Droid will keep walking through it.
Will he face check? He will get rooted by the Rise, and then the silence though coming in big, but not enough. Aspal and what are their name? Ascension picking up the kills with help of Tactical? Yeah, Tactical.
Yeah, they did land a beautiful CC chain and resulted into the kill onto the Droid. It felt like he sniffed it out. He felt like he knew something was wrong, but yeah, chooses to step one step too far and gets punished for it.
And now this kill resulted into a Drake for the side of AEX, but maybe we have a fight coming on bot lane if we can look after it. Jungle is pinched in the mid lane, but what? Aspal is in the CCG backline, but it's not enough for Aspal, and Jungle is pinched is just cleaning up the backline of AEX while the entire rest of the team is focusing down Vekarim. Now maybe looking for the dive here, CCG. They're looking to kill the tower first. That's the dead, what's the name, Vex though. Jomi is still standing strong on top of the Rise. CCG caliber for a beautiful flash Q actually. And I have to...
You have to applaud yourself as CCG Tetra Draconis wins this critical team fight. I think this Rise was not there from the start of the team fight.
He ulted in, but then I went AFK, so it's fine.
Oh, Caliber must be dead here. Wait a minute.
I should be. I think I should be. There's a Vayne Ghost coming in, a Bard Journey.
Yeah.
And they're giving the kill to Vayne. Shutdown. Big mistake from my side.
Yeah, Vayne gets a big shutdown, and that's something that she really needs at this point of the game. Still has no shield bow. Well, 12 minutes, maybe not. Maybe not that bad that she doesn't have the shield bow just yet, but yeah, she is behind here as Caliber is so far winning this maybe AD carry duel. But as we know, League of Legends is not a 1v1 game. But yeah, I'd say. Wait a minute. Dark Master Wolf going for 1v1, but
I think it's just Lilia shenanigans.
Yeah.
But here comes Jungle, cringe and Reese again, opting for the gank onto the top side. Dunk Master Wolf trying to escape, but where are you going? That's the tower there. So
the team is coming.
But the tower.
Big sleep.
Big sleep, actually rescuing the deer. She's so speedy, the tower can't hurt her enough. And now maybe AEX looking for the re-engage onto the Draconis, looking for the kills. Windies is gonna instantly pop. And Jungle's cringe nearly died as well. That's a bit of an overforce by Theta, not respecting the move from AEX.
Yeah, this onslaught of shadows, or what's the name of the Hecarim ult coming in here, huge as Aspal, waiting for the right moment. Theta Draconis does not know that he's there and lands a beautiful 3-man fear on all these Theta Draconis topside members and kind of wins the team fight for his team all by that. Theta Draconis is kind of lucky to get out, just losing one player there. After that, of course, Aspal a little bit overstepped there as well, so he was lucky at the end of the day to go out with his life as well. But yeah, teams are trading back and forth. We still see about 1,000 gold lead for Theta Draconis side. Lots of fighting here.
Yeah, definitely. Now we have lanes being reassigned for the side of the Draconis. Sivir going on to the top lane. I think for Herald reasons.
Yeah, could be for Herald, for still a turret in top lane left. Excelsior side decides to send.
Excelsior is looking for the mid lane. Hecarim and Bard are close, but Vayne is just getting caught out alone because Vayne and Bard, Hecarim and Bard are too far. And Jungle's cringe jumps out of the bush and takes Vayne's life with Dean's help.
Yeah, you asked me at the beginning of this game about this ghost choice. I would say I would say maybe cleanse wouldn't be.
But now we have
helpful.
maybe a solo kill coming in the bot lane, but Jomi turning with the ult and just igniting the Medea to die. But here comes
Oh, it turns it
Asphalt,
around.
also bot lane. Jomi still living, standing strong,
So?
very tanky. Is he tanky enough though? Aspa would take Jomi down, but
Oh.
will fall in the process. That means another objective for the Draconis.
Yeah, Jomi here with his, I think, third solo kill of the game, killing both of the deers, both of the four-legged creatures in Excelsior's squad, and yeah, so far Jomi being absolutely massive for Tetracon's side here, pulling out these clutch plays and these solo kills, kind of gaining the advantage for himself.
Yeah,
Solo.
Now,
Then.
Peter Draconis starting up the next dragon, so far uncontested. Can the side of Excelsior maybe contest Drake? I don't see it happening. I think that's gonna be
looks
second Drake.
okay.
16 Wiggies is standing there waiting, but now deciding to just go to the Drake because it's down anyway, and he actually secures the Drake.
Yeah, looks like Excelsior is not on the same page here. They kind of, the mid laner and bot side of the team kind of lurking around here, looking at the. But wait a minute, they're making a play on top side.
Jomi again against the same two opponents he has seen. But he's not, he doesn't have a tower this time, at least not yet. Lilia is looking for some good damage on the Jomi now, Aspal. Maybe looking for the charge in, but the tower scares them off because they know how difficult it can be to dive Sejuani with ult up.
Absolutely, they have had pretty bad experience with it so far. Droid is a bit of in trouble. Is he as well as in trouble?
Oh, here we have a fight coming in, or I was shortly AFK. Yeah, 2 kills for Feta Draconis.
2 kills for Tetracon's indeed. For me, it looked like Droid is in a bit of trouble at one moment, but no, he was not. Asbal gets one popped, and Ascension follows right after, but look at this.
Now here, maybe another kill looking. No, Jungle Cringe will just back off and take the minions instead. Playing it safe now. Sivir now on 2 items. Slowly becoming a champion. Scaling away on side lane.
Yeah, that's the Sivir's duty. Like, she can pick up these waves, she can get farmed at 10 CS per minute and turn into an absolute teamfight monster, as we have seen in a couple of SLE games so far, this split. Being a very impactful champion in this split. Players like Shipex and Ripper having a good Sivir games. I think it was Ripper. Also Cammy also had a good Sivir game. And Caliber here, having a good Sivir game of his own. So far, Theta Draconis with this more of a conventional draft, with more meta picks, having this healthy...
Now we might have a collapse onto the Rise on bot lane. Jomi and Droid looking for the kill and take up. Wiggies to secure the kill.
No.
Wing Droid for the speed up. Getting rooted though. Jomi's ult is already out because he threw it somewhere else. But Rice is gonna fall the Bard ult, doesn't quite connect. It's another kill for Veta Draconis. Another kill for Droid.
Yeah, no chance for Rice there to survive, as he does not have ult, does not have any ability to outplay this engage onto him. And not only his team is not there to help him out, it's also like Theta Draconis being there first with their own reinforcements. Yeah, Theta Draconis looking so far as the more coordinated team. Maybe, of course, a large factor to it is the fact that Theta Draconis is playing with their full squad here, but meanwhile Excelsior again has some feels, I think. Actually, I think all of the players playing here are not debuting this split. I think most of them have played at least one game. But yeah, Theta Draconis is definitely looking like the cleaner side so far. Look at Droid, looking for something.
Some shenanigans in the mid lane, just clearing waves. Rise on the side lane, currently unmatched, but Sejuani is moving towards bot side. Maybe spotting Aspal here. Weird interactions between 2 of the 4-legged characters in here. And yeah, it's gonna be a reset angle from both teams. Just playing it slow, waiting for the next objective to start bashing in each other's head again.
Yeah, Yomi, they're deciding not to engage. Just a secret agent Yomi there in the brush, playing a ward in a shape of a boar. But yeah, CCG having the lead here. Tetradracon is having the maybe quite good scaling as well. But with this Vayne pick and with this Lilia pick and with this Rise pick, Alter Excelsior surely has ways out. They surely have their own scaling. So as long as they can prolong this game, and I'd say Tetradraconis have been quite no, I would say it like this: teams have been able to.
Now we have the Nasher starting from Excelsior. Tetradraconis doesn't know yet, but Green is gonna face check it with the blast plant and now ulting in all along. But here comes the rest of Tetradraconis caliber frontlining for some reason. But now everyone's following up and they are just. It's just an obliteration, this fight. Jungle's clinch may be falling, but now he says no and stopwatches the last main attack, and that is most likely gonna mean Nasher for Tetradraconis.
Beautiful played by Droid here, as he's just like takes the action into his own hands, ults right into everyone with his and Zonia's right there just to buy his team time.
Yomi here looking for the ult onto Dunk Master ult, but not quite hitting it. The Dia is on the run.
And yeah, she's gonna be too fast. Yeah.
That might be the third break of Tetradraconis and therefore Soul Point. It's going to be uncontested, and how could they contest with 3 members still being in base?
No, they can't. And funnily enough, looks like Excelsior is kind of guiding Tetradraconis. They're like, oh, you could take Baron, come here. And then Tetradraconis just goes there and yeah, we can take Baron. Why not? We're taking Baron. And then after that, Lilia goes like, hey, come here, follow me, guys, take the dragon. And they just take the dragon after. But yeah, that being said, that Baron fight was absolutely massive. Great play by Droid to buy his team time, and action just does not stop as they're gonna get finally engaged.
Action in the mid lane, Caliber and Yomi in the front line looking for Lilia, and Lilia's gonna fall while casting her ultimate. Yomi gonna take a short power nap to regen some energy, and then looking for the face check here onto Asbol and Luchesco. The rest of the team is following now. It's gonna take out a Hecarim ult, and now we're gonna opt probably for the mid tier 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, from bad to worse. Excelsior loses even more abilities, critical abilities, to kind of pull out these team fights in the jungle, as they don't have any more.
And Luchesco looking for the 1v1 onto Droid, but that's a Vayne against the Vex. Vex bursting here in the return. Showing Luchesco who's the better champion here, hitting another ult onto Hecarim, and he follows up, he takes it like a jet. Caliber now trying to def him, but can't quite get it. It's another team fight coming, and Renato is hitting the Deer and the Rise with its last spot, and it's gonna be another 2 kills for Tetradraconis. And now we're working on the next tower. Genghis Clinch just ulting in, no respect whatsoever, and that's gonna be the first next tower to fall. And this might just be the end angle.
Yeah, it looks to be. Caliber is hitting the base, rest of the team is hitting the base as well. And yeah, Excelsior finding themselves behind and finding themselves unable to kind of slow down the game. Tetradraconis is always there to punish every single play attempt and mistake by Excelsior, and deservingly joins Tetradraconis joins Excelsior in the tiebreakers, I think, and yeah, joins what's the other Row team? Yeah,
Row's in there. Yeah,
have qualified for tiebreakers. Both of these teams, maybe they will find themselves rematching in the tiebreakers. Who knows? But yeah, well played by Tetradraconis. I'd say this team is scaling in a way. They looked. The first game looked very rough. I think it was against SGI where they debuted in this Split, it looked very, very harsh there, but every single game following after that, they have played better and better, and I'd say, yeah, very well done. Excited to see more of this team.
I actually won the game. Wow, I didn't even know.
Yeah, I think you won your second
Mhm.
game there. Let's
Yeah.
do a quick winners interview after the game. Oh, hello, Caliber. Thank you for joining us after this beautiful game you
Oh
just
yeah,
played.
hi, yeah.
Can you tell me your first reactions after securing a tiebreaker position?
Uh, we were quite hyped to actually go in the tiebreaker. We won. We're here to get as much practice as we physically can. So we're happy to go 2-2, and now we can secure our way into Div 1 hopefully.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm guessing we're gonna have like 2 more games, so that means 2 weeks more of practice while other teams. What? Okay.
3 more games. Is last time playing today?
Okay. We just got in that we're gonna get another game casted today. How nice. 4 games today. It's a good super day.
Oh, bit of a super day indeed. But talking about this game where you just played and casted
Yeah,
the
yeah.
unique situation there. Um, yeah, what was the team calls? Did you acknowledge the fact that they do have the lane and they do have some good scaling in their game? It was like there's a sense of urgency in your team to close out the game, or were you confident in any stage of the game?
We were quite confident in like any state because we didn't understand their team comp whatsoever. We just had to keep telling ourselves that our team comp is better, that we're scaling better, because in our opinions we were scaling better, and that we just have to play it controlled in our way, because they have to adapt, and we were in the driving seat. And we just played our game, kept going, and then we won, so it worked. Okay, so now.
Yeah, thank you for the interview. A beautiful game there, and I wish you the best of luck in the tiebreakers,
Thank you.
where you're gonna face a couple of very well respected teams. I'd say finally it's gonna be a little bit fairer. And yeah, next up is gonna be SGI against Reef Esports, and but we're gonna take a little bit of a break till then. See you in 4 to 5 minutes.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from traveling all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat.
Welcome back. We are going into our matchup of the week, of the round, between
I see your Novel, you can see our lovely producer. Isn't that nice?
little cameo of our producer of Red Bull there. But yeah, Reef Esports is facing SGI. Maybe not division qualification on the line. Definitely a lot of pride, a lot of bragging rights.
Definitely.
So,
definitely.
and we get to see who is the best team currently in SLE. It might be still Gucci Gaming, the champions, the reigning champions, but we have not seen them yet. We haven't seen them play yet. We have seen these two very impressive teams so far. So I'm very excited for this matchup. How about you, Calbert?
I am super happy about this matchup because I saw the strength of both teams on the first hand because I got clapped by both. So yeah, I'm very excited to see the full strength of both rosters facing off against each other, and I'm ready for some good League of Legends, hopefully.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And who better to cast this game with than you? You already faced both of these teams.
Exactly.
In your experience, which team was the more impressive?
Well, when we played against SGI, we were very inexperienced because we are a very, very new team, and we just greeded. It felt like the SGI game was very winnable. Meanwhile, the Reef game, the early game against Reef was very hard to play, and they're like kind of different styles because Reef's early game was insane. Meanwhile, they kind of fell off like mid to late game. And on the
Yeah.
other side, SGI's early was kind of meh, but their macro was insane, therefore.
Yeah, I largely agree with that analysis. SGI have impressed me so much with their rotations. Their logo personally reminds me of washing machine, and we see we know the washing machines do the spinning and rotations, and so do they. They are quite intelligent with it, quite smart technology there, and yeah. So far, they have impressed me with the rotations and with the play of Cammy. Other performances great as well, of course, from Slime and from their top laner Telto. But yeah, Cammy has been an absolute star AD carry so far. Impressed me and between many impressive AD carries, including you yourself, Calbert.
No.
On the other side, Reef very strong in early game, very strong on lanes mechanically, taking these leads and absolutely snowballing them all over the place. And I want to acknowledge that reigning last season's SLE MVP, Dutch. Dutch has been playing amazing, leading the whole league in KDA with 15.67. And yeah, so far has been absolutely clean, only dying 3 times in 3 games from with the jungle with an engage in an engage role. So he puts out the engages, he sets up his team, and he doesn't die for it. So what more can you ask for it? And I'd say in this matchup between the AD carry and the jungler, the playmaker and the carry, I'd say it's going to decide who is going to be, for me, the MVP of the whole plane stage. And of course, everyone will be able to vote as well after the game who's the MVP of the day of this match, and that's going to impact that selection as a lot as well. But let's jump into the draft for this game.
With a
First thoughts.
first pick. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Donald, first pick.
Trundle first pick, followed up by Sylvia and Wukong as answer, then Renata, Callister. Callister, very interesting pick, in my opinion. Very one-dimensional, but also very good in what she's good at. So,
Yeah.
Very risky pick. I feel like getting answered by Viteric. What do you think about Viteric?
Answered by Tarek. Maybe Tarek is such a niche pick for me. He always has a potential to be the best champion in the game if he like does the ult counter on like opponents' full damage combos and stuff. That absolutely negates your opponent, all your opponent tools. For example, if he like does a perfect ult into this situation, into Kled's ult, into Renata's ult, it can be huge. But we see here a couple of really signature picks, I would say. Elamar is a very well-known Kalista player. Excellent Kalista player. I'm very excited to see Elamar playing his best champion into Cammy, and Cammy playing one of the most, as we talked before, one of the better meta AD carries in the Sivir. As well as we see Holy Sheep on his signature Anivia. If I remember correctly, he's a crazy Anivia player himself. So I'm very excited to see these champions being piloted to the maximum. As we see our first experiment of the new layout, maybe not the successful one, but is gonna work, I hope, when we reach the regular season. Yeah, but talk to me about these solo Olympics, Anivi and Kled for a Reef side. How do you see these? Maybe, as I've told before, and I love this word, unorthodox picks coming into the play.
I mean, I feel like Anivia is a very underrated pick that brings a lot of good things, especially in terms of objective choke control, just lane wave clear, the same as Sylvia provides. And she can be very, very insane when the right setup is there. And I can see the right setup in their team with Trundle, Renata, and Kled. Anivia wants a very clump team fight, and that might be it here. Kled, I have no clue how Kled is right now. I think it depends very much about his 1v1 in lane. But I don't know how Kled lanes go. Maybe you know?
Yeah, well, exactly that. I think you would pick Kled for the 1v1 potential. I know that Konhatsi can play a mean Kled. I've seen him quite recently in the Gucci Gaming 1v1 tournament that it was held quite recently on the Kled pick, and yeah, maybe he was inspired there to pick this champion. He's gonna face this Olaf, and I think Olaf does not have a hard time into the client, especially after level 6. But we will see. Definitely, Anivi a great actually pick into the Olaf, because as we know, Olaf ignores CC, but Anivi puts down the wall.
Yeah.
Cannot ignore the wall.
Sadly, you can't, yeah.
Yeah, as well as the Strandal. Yeah, Olaf is actually gonna have quite a difficult game here. If Reef uses their abilities correctly, they can have a pretty difficult day. Yeah, but other than that, we are both AD carry mains. What do you think about this bot lane matchup?
So we have Kalista and Renata versus Sivir and Taric. I feel like the Renata is a pick that you don't necessarily want to pair with Kalista, but you want the Sivir to not get it, so you just pick it to counter. Meanwhile, the Kalista is more of a very lane-dependent AD carry that wants or kind of needs to get ahead in lane, or she's gonna be quite useless for the rest of the game. So I'm guessing there's gonna be a lot of bot focus for the side of Reeve here, focusing on getting this Kalista into the game and therefore taking over the game, because once Kalista actually gets ahead, it's quite easy for her to take over the game. And it's gonna come down on how good the Sivir can actually just passively try and accept waves, and Tarek can try to prevent dives, I feel like.
No, absolutely. I completely agree with you. Also, I want to note, that you mentioned the bot focus from that Reef needs to do, and so far Reef has done exactly that. I think last round they played against your squad in
Yeah.
Reconnaissance, and they played this Twitch bot lane, and they kept ganking bot lane repeatedly with Duchess Poppy. Kept ganking bot lane repeatedly, one after another, and that's something I think Reef is gonna try to do here as well. I want to note one thing. Since SGI used an emergency sub, they have lost 2 bans. Maybe that will come into play. Then again, all these champions that Reef Esports picked maybe would not have been target bans. Maybe Elmar's
Renata.
Kalista.
I feel like Renata could have been a ban in the first rotation, but that might just be me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is true. Renata could be. I've seen Fly today play amazing Renata as well. A long time ago, actually, we screamed against this Reef squad when they were a new team. It wasn't like a fully serious scream, but it was like, it was the old Gucci squad against this new Reef squad, and we only played champions that we have not like that much experience on. And Flay today was playing the Renata, and he did like an insane Hextech Gate teleport into Renata 5-man ult play. Still haunts me in my dreams as I killed all of my team with I think it was Jinx or whatever. But we will see him pilot this Renata here. Very strong meta pick, and very strong into this lane. It's definitely gonna be a difficult lane for Cammy. But if someone can do it, it is the MVP frontrunner together with Dutch. Cammy, and I'm very excited to see Cammy face the highest opposition, like most strongest opposition he has faced so far. No offense to Tetracons. I think Reef is more ready.
I take no offense. It's fine.
Yeah.
We have the game starting. First blood already been drawn from Kalista with her item.
Absolute slaughter on her own support.
Sadly, not getting 400 gold for that one. Unfortunate.
Yes, unlucky there. Both teams with the 5-point defense here.
Yeah.
Looks to me no.
Reeve replacing the AD carry position with a ward. Interesting always. Now we have Reeve looking for a 3-man invade on the top side, but they were spotted by a ward from Hatuna?
Yeah, I call him Hatun.
Hatun? Okay.
Hat plus Tun. So, early ward from Hatun is gonna sniff out this Reef Esports late invade.
Yeah.
But, we definitely know where Dutch is going with his early ganks, as he seems to be doing that almost every game. Where do you think Hatun is going, and where do you think he's playing around? And we see
we have the first pause coming in.
SLE pause. Let's just talk.
So as we can see now, we have Hatun pathing towards the top side, so he seems to be opting to get the Olaf ahead on the top lane. Probably a good choice because he can't really be doing anything bot side except maybe hovering. And on the other side we have Konhatsi looking. No, wait, it's Dutch. Never mind. The overlay is just stumbling me up. Dutch looking to path towards the canister, as we already said. And yeah, nothing out of the ordinary so far, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. Both junglers are gonna try to do the opposite in this early game. We'll see if SGI is going to be ready for it.
Yeah,
On the other side, is Reef's top line going to be ready for it? As this top line matchup between Olaf and Kled can be extremely volatile, I'd say. One champion gets a lead, and they are able to absolutely run down the lane. The other one kill them repeatedly.
At first, we have to appreciate these beautiful cinematic shots from our production. Okay, and now it continues. Perfect.
Beautiful
Back to the game.
Yeah, we talked about what we were about to talk about in this early game. Some little trades here already.
Yeah, the severe Q first. Severe Q always an important one because it dictates how good your other Q will be lane. Top lane 1v1 in all out trades coming in. Olaf using both the summoner spells to dismount and just club Kled down to his last 200 HP. That's gonna secure him the early wave state and the early lane prio here.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get this early line prio, and I think he can crash this and go for a cheater recall. Not sure how much he can get out of it, but yeah, both.
Another pause. Yeah, definitely. So yeah,
Yeah, there seem to be a little bit of pauses going. Teams shouting out Fnatic as they are playing an SLE, not SLE, LCS, not LCS, LAC. Yeah,
Close
their
enough.
time chart. Right now, showing their own ways to do the Fnatic pause. We see some beautiful trolling in the jungle. Oh, this
getting chased
two-headed
by a
wolf.
wolf. Oh, that looks like straight from a horror movie.
Absolutely, two-headed wolf.
Ooh.
Scary there. Yeah, but what else is scary was this top lane, like all-in. Level 1 by Olaf, intelligently by Konatsi to not try to outplay it and just flash out of it. And yeah, he has the summoner advantage right now. He does not have the wave advantage, as Olaf can try to crush it and recall. We'll see what Telltale decides to do. But yeah, maybe quite an aggressive play early.
Sadly, there wasn't a lot of stuff happening so far in this game, so we don't have a lot to talk about here. While there are technical issues being resolved, hopefully. So, well, yeah. How's your day been?
My day has been fantastic. I have
nice.
started some construction work in my apartment and been doing well at it. But yeah, I wanted to ask you, as a fellow AD carry expert, and since you have already played 4 games in this SLE split, I personally, whenever I talk to other players about this split so far, I am acknowledging the fact that AD carry role seems so stacked right now. There's so many good players. Can you talk to me which ones so far have gained most acknowledgement from you?
Well, first of all, we have to take Shipex out of this equation because I already knew Shipex from before, as he's a fellow CCG AD carry, and I have the biggest respect for the man, the myth, the legend Shipex himself. Even though our styles are so different, I feel like I acknowledge him as a very good AD carry, mechanically insane pretty much. And yeah, the other AD carries. Sadly, I couldn't really play against a lot offer AD carries because some teams had roster problems. Just like our match that we just saw. I played against the jungler on AD carry, so can't really say anything about that one. In terms of who's the best I've played so far, I think I would say that that one goes to Kami.
Yeah.
Because I played, what did I play? Civi against Draven in that one.
Oof, yeah.
And yeah, even though he couldn't really get ahead on lane because I'm not trolling, he just was wherever he should have been played, wherever he should have played, and was just always where he should be. And that's very impressive in my eyes, because that I feel like that's one of the things I'm struggling with still. So I'm very jealous of him in that aspect.
Yeah, Kami has definitely been quite impressive. I also agree with Shipex. You could not talk much about him, but Shipex has looked great. LMR has looked solid as well, holding up the last split AD carries. Oh, and first blood in top lane.
First blood in top lane, we missed it actually.
Instant
the
reply.
pauses have been too much. We're already out of the game. Klett here looking for the bait onto the Olaf and getting the remount perfectly in time. That's a very close remount, holy shit.
Yeah, beautiful place by Juan Hatzi as he is able to bait the opposing Olaf with no summoner spells here. Has to use the... actually, he used the flash before. But yeah, baits for his jungler, and Dutch is contrary to our prediction, ganking top lane so far.
Yeah, but meanwhile we have Headtune looking for a bot lane, but not quite getting it. Looking for the regank, actually. He forced the flash on the first gank. Now he's looking for Kalista maybe, but not quite connected with the Tedx stun. LMR actually walking up again, trying
He's gonna be
to
killed.
kill him with the Rand, but the Ignite is not gonna quite be enough. Wukong survives on his 10 HP or whatever it is.
Yeah, Wukong survives that beautiful sidestep by LMR there. Sidesteps the Tariq stun and almost turns it around, almost secures a kill himself.
And then now here we have Dutch looking for Samville on the mid lane. Samville is very the Nivea wall is gonna block Dutch out, sadly, and forces Samville's flash, but therefore lets him live with his 15 HP, and Headtune is living on the edge, holy moly.
Absolutely, is not gonna clear this camp till to the end. Actually, yeah, he steals the opponent.
And he repels 10 HP. What a psycho. Holy.
Counter jungling with no HP indeed. Ballsy play there by Headtune, but he's gonna work out. But yeah, so far both junglers having successful plays in terms of blowing the opponent's summoner spells, but yeah, Dutch so far a little bit more successful as he's not losing so much himself. And yeah, Reef Esports having a small gold lead in this early game.
But I feel like we can't just disobey. Oh, Dutch maybe looking here, but getting spotted and he knows. But getting back to what I wanted to say, I feel like we can't just obey, no, what's the word? Just ignore Headtune's presence on bot lane, just showing the Kalista lane that they can't really walk forward in the 2v2.
Beautiful stun there.
Be there. Headtune are looking onto the mid lane, but not quite finding anything. Talia stun also won't connect. But as I was saying, Headtune bot lane being there, getting the Sivir to a good reset now on the Noon Quiver. That's a very big wave clearing tool for the Sivir here. And just keeping the Sivir lane from actually just collapsing into being hard behind on bot lane.
Yeah, the Sivir starts with the longsword instead of the Doran's blade and is gonna get the payout here. Oh no, look at Kami.
Running into Dutch and not quite connecting the stun. Dutch nearly helping him with the pillar. Nearly stunned himself, but not quite connecting. Yeah, mid lane matchup. One presses R, the other one presses all other buttons. Good trade.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of a lot of wave clear in this matchup, as both of the champions have a lot of wave clear in their arsenal. But look at this top lane, already going for the, I think it's Executor's Calling item for Kled into this Olaf matchup. Very early, I would say. But look at this, Dutch is gonna be here. Is he gonna be spot? Yes, he is.
Oh, and also regarding the kills you guys see in the overlay, it's 1 kill. The pause teams have broken something. Maybe we can fix it. I don't know. But it is gonna have to live with it. It's 1 kill that has fallen so far. It's only Tail 2 dying once as first blood, and nothing else.
And there's the second kill. Kalista
Bot lane
corrects
actually
you.
a kill falls, and it's a double kill for the side of Reef.
Third kill
LMR
for
picking
bot.
up 2 kills, 3 kills. Wait, hold up.
5 kills for Reef.
4
as
people
he-
just died. Reef 2v2 bot lane. Sample is there. Sample and Kami are fighting against Kalista, Renata, but Renata W will provide the necessary attack speed. Meanwhile, Headtune is invading Dutch on the top, but Dutch smites the blue buff and now starts clubbing the monkey down into pieces. That's gonna be a very dead monkey.
Oh, absolutely. This Reef bot lane turning around the gank. 2v3, I think, scoring 3 kills for their own side. And meanwhile, yeah, Dutch in the jungle finds the monkey, proves that trolls are better than monkeys at this point of the game, and yeah, secures a 5-0 early game lead for Reef's side, and that's gonna transition into 3k gold lead as well. Huge plays by Reef.
Yeah, definitely. Playing according to the win conditions, the Kalista is now really good ahead, but here's the engage from Cat, dismounting in his own wood, being forced to flash out because Olaf is running him down.
Max.
Can Olaf connect the Q? He connects the Q, therefore trades 1 for 1, because Dutch is there to take revenge. And here we have Sheep solo killing Temple in the mid lane. Now it seems to be all falling apart from the side of SGI.
Yeah, Telltale gets SGI on the board, but that's not enough for Sam in the mid lane, as that does not help him at all. And yeah, Holy Sheep on his signature and EVA pick scores a solo kill onto the Sam. Sam has been like a neutralizer so far for me, as he has like had no trouble in facing quite a star, I would say star mid laners with Lunam from Runtime and even Bad Knight on the Alterus team, one of the Alterus teams. And but yeah, so far Holy Sheep getting the best of him and looking very strong on this, and Eevee having a massive CS lead as well as kill lead in this mid matchup.
Definitely actually just controlling the mid lane as Sheep pleases.
No.
Meanwhile, we have Headtune looking for another play onto the bottom side, maybe, or just walking into the enemy jungle. Also a possibility. Yep, he's just gonna look, secure any kind of resources, because they are in desperate need of resources. They have to get back into the game because of the 3k gold discrepancy. Now we have maybe Dutch and collapsing onto the Olaf once again, but the Olaf is fighting back, but not quite finding the kill onto Kled. And now we have Headtune again finding Holy Sheep in the enemy jungle, but here comes Play to Deck. Beautiful Renata ult connecting onto both Headtune and Sample, and therefore securing the kill for Sheep. But it just keeps coming. Sample trying to get the Taric out, and here comes LMR. LMR flashing in with the ult. The Renata Q, beautiful handshake. Will secure another kill for LMR. And what is happening here?
Yeah, Reef just dominating the map on all sides of the board. Look at this. Dutch is down for some trolling. Is waiting for Olaf here again, but Olaf's gonna spot this one out. He's gonna ward intelligently, and yeah, it's not gonna fall for this one.
So in Germany, we actually have a name for this certain play. But meanwhile, we have Sheep with another solo kill in mid lane. Ooh.
Sheep is bullying Sam here as he's saying, oh, you're the neutralizer, you're not.
Trying around the tower, but he's gonna get stopped by Dutch. And the cat yet again, it falls again. 1-4 on the Olaf. That's not how the counter pick should have been, I think.
Yeah, maybe both of these teams playing a little bit loose here. Definitely more loose gameplay from SGI's side as Reef is absolutely
getting caught again. Dutch and Konhatsi, another kill. It's the unstoppable duo of Klett and Trundle apparently.
Yeah, absolutely. Unstoppable duo. Holy Sheep solo killing his own mid lane. Konhatsi and Dutch here bullying Telto in top lane. Meanwhile, Hatun in the jungle going for the raid steal again, but that also is gonna be punished by the Reef side. Reef just winning all over, even that stun lands. Yeah, Reef bullying SGI all over the place here.
Yeah, definitely not what I would have expected from this game as well. We're looking at a 7 to... No wait, is it 7? I can't do math. 8k gold lead.
In 12 minutes.
In 12 minutes, that's a lot. So, could you... Do you have any explanation of how this could happen? What went wrong here?
I would say just a couple of plays went wrong, a couple of ganks. Also, I'd say Reef Esports is on some of their best picks. If I would be going against Reef Esports right now, Kalista and Anive might be on top of my priority ban list. Maybe even the Renata, because I know Flay is an excellent Renata player himself. And yeah, Reef Esports just showing up here on their own main champions, just pulling out all the excellent, all the perfect plays and like punishing SGI on every single side of the map. And yeah, just beautiful game by Reef Esports so far.
This looks to be pretty much the exact opposite of our first game we saw this evening. We again have a Comfort against Metacomp, and this time the Comfort is hard winning so far.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We have Dutch invading the enemy jungle because it's not the enemy jungle anymore, it's his own jungle. And Vitalik getting caught out alone. Why was he even there? I wouldn't know. Dutch missing with smite by 2 HP, that's unfortunate. Now Samuel is trying to push out the mid wave, but... Oh, Kami, you're in big trouble here.
Yeah, he needs to focus the wave. He needs to cut his losses.
Down the wave, but Dutch is just running through tower. He's a troll with a plan. Flash pillaring, forcing Kami's flash and ultimate.
Kami gets out.
I've been getting out with flash on the cost of flash and ult. Now with the sheep dropping very... How is the sheep solo? Samuel is just chilling there. Okay.
Wait a minute. Elmar died?
Wait, what? But everyone just died. Can we stop this?
Yeah, that's all over the place.
Elmar died with cleanse up. I'm very confused of how that happened.
He got executed. I'm just not sure where did he die. Maybe he just took the quick recall. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I mean, it was quicker than the recalling, so...
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Reef dominating here still, but we have to look at the bright side for SGI here, as even like keeping the lead the same is really good for them at this point, as I can congratulate them for 3 minutes. They have not fallen behind more, as it's still 8k. It was 8k in 12 minutes, it's 8k in 15 minutes, so yeah, maybe they can build some comeback here.
Now they even have bounties on their side, so a lot of standing gold right now for SGI. Gonna have to take a lot of them though for this great comeback to actually happen. Now we have Reef taking the next neutral objective in the Herald. Konhutsi is trying to contest for that buff, but just gets in and clear swords because he can't be contested right now. He seems to be very strong.
Yeah, nothing is gonna be really contestable right now for SGI. They need to find some sides and some angles where they can trade something. Maybe maybe once Reef goes for a dragon play or some turret push, maybe they can like do some split pushing. Maybe they can trade it for some. Yep, but hard to trade against Herald.
Tier 1 mid-lane tower. Herald is not even gonna charge it. They're gonna keep the charge for the tier 2. Very smart play. Securing the charge on the more important turret. Now Olaf looking for ult. Now he has to ult to not die to a Nivea ult. There goes the Berserk, or whatever it's called. Probably Sheep dropping very low yet again, but he's sack up, so he's in no danger whatsoever. Dutch here, maybe getting caught out, thinking he's the one catching, but getting caught out by Heptune and Sample. But here comes the Kled. Kled ulting in onto Sample. The pillar is beautiful, and it's gonna make Konhatsu secure the kill with the Ignite and another beautiful outing.
SGI for a second there thinks that they have caught Dutch in their own jungle, but they have not had their own jungle for many minutes now. Our jungle is Reef's jungle right now. Dutch simply procs his ult, does not die, and yeah, more kills for the side of SG, for the side of Reef Esports. 16-1 in this kill score, and yeah, Reef has been dominating. Reef has been looking very impressive so far. What can SGI do here? First step they could attempt to do is get these objective bounties, but as we see, these turrets are not even necessarily touched, so not gonna be the easier task right there as well.
Yeah. Also, so I have not seen any Kleds lately, yeah. But is it normal that you go Borg first on Kled?
I mean, when you're 6-1 in 17 minutes with almost 10k gold lead, you can go even Magi's first and
yeah, you could go
have
AP
a pretty,
and you would still win.
yeah, pretty successful. Feel pretty confident in these fights, but I'd say the item is pretty strong right now. A lot of people are complaining about how good is Blade of the Ruined King on many champions. Maybe it's good on Kled as well. I would imagine into matchup against Olaf it could be strong, as he could steal Olaf's movement speed when he procs his ult. But yeah, on his W.
He can with W very efficiently, and so my opinion to the Borg state right now, if an item is that good that Yasuo and Yon build it over crit, then it might be too much value.
Oh, absolutely agree. Maybe they should nerf it at least for melee champions as
Definitely. Yeah.
and buy a
Don't
steady
play
carry.
I love the Twitch Borg Rush build. It's so fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But
that being
have
said,
Steve coming in with he finds the wall on Zedek, forcing the flash. Talia ult also getting used. I don't know exactly why, but Sam will just try to secure his support, I guess. Bit of miscommunication, and now next dragon is gonna fall in minute 19. Second Drake for the side of Reef. This, I mean, there's no real danger of getting soul here, so this might just be a bit of cosmetic for the game. Also, we have Wukong in the blue side top jungle, getting a hold of Holy Sheep, looking for the kill, but the Sheep turning. And he deals a lot of damage, and now he's in egg, but the tower finishes off Heptune. Didn't space quite enough.
With the help of the turret, the Holy Sheep 123, remember the name, gets yet another solo kill. This man is really making himself a reputation here on this Nivea pick, having an absolutely dominant game, and Reef Esports is gonna go for this 20-minute Baron Rush.
And it's gonna just get... Ooh. That's a very quick Nasher.
Yeah. And Holy Sheep pulling out his own bird. We will see him face Savonix, our very own, my very own bird expert. Maybe we can get this if both teams don't ban the matchup, don't ban the champions. Maybe we can get an Eevee against Azir in the mid lane. Very excited to see that one, but yeah, that's long in the future. Maybe in some couple of weeks we will have that most exciting matchup. Still, in this game, SGI is not yet out of it. They might be losing by 11,000 gold. Dutch might be able to absolutely walk into the turret range and face tank it, but there's always a chance of comeback, and Sivir is there to offer all the wave clear she can.
Sivir seems to be one of the biggest hopes here for SGI. The living hope of the comeback, somehow getting the miracle crits onto any frontline here with Dutch and Sheep again onto the Olaf. Olaf will just get clapped down. There's just no counterplay to it. While Elements day to day playing 2v3 mid lane, they don't care anymore. They are spotted.
Yeah, and we see this Kalista going for the maximum possible damage build with Rage Blade and the Kraken. Yeah. Oh, it's so hard to do anything about this for SGI's side. They can try to clear the waves. They do have some solid wave clearing champions into Sivir and this Talia, but
it's not enough as the first inhib tower and the second inhibitor tower will fall. That means 2 open inhibitors the side of Lucia, but here we have an engage coming from Hetio. They are looking to catch on Elamar, and they will collect the kill onto Samuel using 4 ultimates for that.
Oh, big ult.
Samuel looking for the kill onto Holy Sheep with the help of both Kami and Tail2. And actually Kami gets a really big shutdown. That was like, yeah, 950 gold. Over to the side of Sivir. 2 items now.
Massive shutdown going for this Sivir, as well as the other carry in Samuel midlane. Also picking up his own shutdown, I think, on the Kalista there. But yeah, comebacks need to start somewhere. Of course, a long journey for SGI to ever, like, even to speak the word of comeback into this game. But yeah, as I mentioned, you have to start somewhere, and that was solid 2 kills, big shutdown, and a little bit of a gold swing. Not too big, not enough to make it into maybe a 5k game, 5k gold game. Still a massive gold lead for Reef Esports, still a double-digit gold lead. What is it, 12,000 gold lead?
Yeah.
Pretty big, but yeah, more plays like that from SGI's side are necessary to have a chance in this game, and I will be looking forward to it. Elamar a little bit steps over there, as well as Holy Sheep. Both of the carries die. Intelligence buys himself a little bit more time.
But now we have the next Drake coming up in 45 seconds and Nasha in 2 minutes, so Reef will just set up their vision around the Drake and take the entire bot side jungle of SGI. Now maybe here the bot lane of SGI, speaking of it, never getting caught out by Randall and Cat. They are just fighting 2v4, but apparently they are allowed to. They're just both getting out with 1 kill. The Tarek falling, getting auto-attacked to death by the 2 tanky characters. Cladwood looking, but not quite connecting on anyone. Now Elamar is very far up. Elamar all alone on himself. Samuel will wall him in. Elamar may be forced to flash, but he has no flash, so we will just get knocked back and dies again. Small mistakes are costing Reef here the victory.
Yeah, I mean, they still have the massive gold lead, and these mistakes are not the end of the world. But
now we have
okay,
next fight coming, and Olaf is looking, but he's just melting. Anivia ultimate, giving him the chills.
Yeah, I told in this champ select about the Anivia pick into this Olaf, an absolute nightmare.
One shot again. I'm sorry to interrupt yet again, but they just keep fighting and fighting. They today with a beautiful Renato ulti yet again, but
Kami is alive.
Cornetto will fall. It's a Holy Ship in play today against 3 members of SGI, because Dutch is still clubbing on the Drake thrower will strike, the thrower will come out on top, but he takes too long to save the 5th member of Reef.
Yeah, little bit of a split decision making here by Reef Esports, as with this gold lead they should not be forced to trade anything, right? They have their 12,000 gold lead, and they can easily secure everything they want, basically, as they can just slap SGI with their wallets. But LMR first finds himself in trouble again, finds himself frontlining without flash, without abilities to survive, and after that more kills going towards this Sivir. And okay, I won't say comeback just yet, but SGI are fighting back, definitely fighting back. With this much of a gold deficit, you can't ask any more from them.
Definitely not, but now we have the next Nasher falling for the side of Reef, uncontested. Nobody can really contest it. So now it's the question if they can siege down the lineup of SGI, or if SGI can wave clear enough to hold up the next Baron Nasher and draw out another 5 to 6 minutes. Ooh. What do you think?
Reef is like dancing with their own logic, I would say. They sometimes do the right play, but then
might have a team fight collapsing here. LMR getting caught yet again, but he is this time with his team and getting bursted down though. Kami with the crits, looking for more and more. Kami's uncontested damage, dealing damage. SGI is now hunting down the last members of the Reef lineup. So Kami is still going. That means the next kill is falling. It's gonna be a quadra kill. Or maybe is it? Yeah, a quadra kill for Kami.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
SGI just fighting around their own Sivir. Reef Esports failing to find a gauge on the Sivir themselves, and again LMR finds himself in the front line, gets killed first, and LMR on one side dies first in the team fight, while on the other side Kami is just raining damage over these team fights. And we see he, even with his team having a 12,000 gold deficit, he has a shutdown on himself. A shutdown on this Sivir. Can you believe that?
Actually a monster here. He is probably like 1,000 to 2,000 gold up to opposing his lane opponent. Yeah, he is nearly 2k gold, 1.5k gold up on LMR, on his Kalista here. He's gonna be a threat to be reckoned with, and if Reef continues to fail to find the kill onto Kami, he's gonna be detrimental, because this Sivir is definitely online.
Yeah, Reef has fooled around a little bit too much, and while they still have this absolutely massive gold lead, it starts to mean less and less, as silly as it sounds. Kami is just too big on the Sivir, as he's matching this damage by all of the Reef side, and Reef does not have their own reliable engage tools onto this Sivir, and she just gets to rain all the damage throughout these teamfights. And I think she has finished the Infinity's Edge now, and it is becoming a bigger and bigger problem now.
Might just be on 4 items now, opting for the ADR third, a very good choice, I feel like, in this matchup. But here with Dutch, maybe looking for a bit too much. Sivir going crit, but Sivir is now frontlining, having forced to ult, trades ult with the Trundle. I like that we perfectly predicted the two teams in Jam Select, because as we both said, Reef's early game is far superior, but then SGI is more of a mid to late game team. And now we had Reef dominating the early game and SGI coming back in the mid to late game, so that's very fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Reef still has this massive lead. Reef still has all the damage. We kind of predicted how this could go. Sivir has definitely scaled out now.
Reef now looking for the last hopefully fight onto the side of SGI, but Kami is again uncontestedly dealing damage. Renata will not find But her front line is
Oh.
actually melting. Because Kami got hit by a beautiful pillar, therefore zoned off the fight. Now it's all onto Kami. Kami is the one to deal damage to the Reef. Now he will shut down Elimar once again and live it, but it still is a 3-for-1 trade. Can the side of Reef finish this game now? Because they are kind of on a timer. The Sivir is super strong.
Sivir is super strong. She will have all the minions possible, and yeah, he's gonna try to.
Oh, the Klett did so much damage onto the Kami. And now the Olaf Q not
So
quite
close.
finding the X mark, but definitely showing Klett who's the boss here. Kami with beautiful Sivir gameplay here.
Yeah, Kami just absolutely carrying his team, like putting the whole SGI team on his back. As we see, this gold lead just does not get lower since Reef is still getting all of the objectives, but Kami is like single-handedly trying to win these team fights. His team just needs to not die that quickly. Give him the front line for a little bit longer, and yeah, we see another pause.
Nice. But now we can talk about the state of the game. So we have Reef Gaming just acquired with Soul. It's a Mountain Soul. What do you think? How much of an impact will this make on the team fight?
Oh, it makes a massive team difference, I'd say. Reef just gets that much more tankier, and Kami already has a, I'd say, difficult time to get through all of this front line. But yeah, now Reef is just that much tankier. Still, that being said, as long as they don't find their own engage onto the Kami, he can keep raining down damage. And with this new Sivir ult and with these ability resets on his other abilities, on his Q, and his AoE damage on the ricochets and spell shields, it's still gonna be difficult for this Reef squad. Yeah, maybe they need to look for some hero play, maybe by Nivea, maybe some flash wall. Behind this flashless Sivir. I don't know what they need to do, but
they need something, definitely. They need to
somehow
get onto this Sivir, but they just don't exactly know how.
Somehow, unbelievably, it's 32 minutes into this game. What was it? 8k gold lead in 12 minutes?
Yes, exactly.
Reef was absolutely dominating the same game, having at one moment as much as I remember 15, maybe 16k gold lead. Right now, we're in the late game. Gold leads does not matter that much. Only maybe the item count matters a little bit more. But yeah, all that really matters right now is if Reef can find engage onto this Sivir. That's all.
Sivir nearly actually full build. Opting for QSS last. Very good choice, so he doesn't have to kill his own team. It's a third Nasher for Team Reef here. Reef Esports killing the Nasher at third time. First minute 20, then minute 25, and now minute 32. Oh no, 20, 26, and 32. My bad, because it's 6 minutes. But now,
yeah.
I think the next big thing is gonna be Elder Drake.
Absolutely. Somehow this has actually gone to the Elder Drake, and we see SGI is still willing to give up these inhibits, as they are looking only for these team fights and this Kami Sivir damage. We see Reef going for another attempt.
They're just trying to finish this one off, but they can't quite find anything. Sivir ult now maybe getting used prematurely, nearly running out now. And maybe Reef actually can look for some kind of engage now, because Sivir lost her big ability set. Now, next minute we're crashing in, Olaf ult getting used, but Olaf just getting bursted down, Wukong ult not quite connecting, Tedek ult getting onto Kami, but now Dutch is onto Kami, having been forced to stopwatch, but the Red ult is still big. Kami looking to 1v1 Elimar, but Elimar, the Anivia Q though finds Kami, stuns him and puts him down, and therefore also puts the game down. GG.
Finally, Reef managing to close out this way extended game. And I did not believe that this game is going to go for that long, but the Severe Wave Clear doing its job, as well as a little bit of mistakes by on Reef's side. Well, all is good with the ends well, and Reef Esports are playing champions. Maybe not the title they are looking for in this split, as I believe they are looking for only the SLE Champions title. But yeah, well played on the Reef side. Well played by SGI. And who would you say is the MVP of this game? Would it be Kami even on the losing side?
I would definitely vote for Kami as MVP here. Even though he was losing, he just played phenomenal and without any kind of mistakes in most fights, as far as I could spot. And he just held his team in the game for another 10 to 15 minutes, all on his own back. And I think that deserves the desired recognition.
Yeah, absolutely. But on the winning side, I would say Holy Sheep on this Anivia pick was absolutely popping off. As well as Dutch played very good in the early game. A couple of choices, maybe even Flay on Renata was slowly but steadily doing a lot. But that being said, I'm not sure. Looks like Reef Esports has already left the lobby, so I don't know if we're gonna. We're not gonna have a winner's interview, but that means we are gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go into the next game of today, which is gonna be.
What's gonna be actually? Is it gonna be runtime? Okay, Primordials versus
Altera Astaroth.
the other Altera team. Maybe looking for revenge for their fallen comrades that my team has slain.
Yeah, we have already seen, as you mentioned, one Altera team playing in this round. The Excelsior squad did lose against your Theta Draconis on yourself. So they will see. They will see the plane, the tiebreaker stage, but the other Altera team, Astaroth, is currently 1 and 2, battling for their own tiebreaker opportunity. Same goes for the Primordials. So yeah, both of these teams are really looking forward to have the chance to keep their Division 1 hopes alive. And yeah, we will see that game next.
Both teams are 1-2 here, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Also, it's the fight for the last tiebreaker spot. That's gonna be an interesting one. Right,
Yeah.
so I sadly have no clue who is in this Altera squad, so please, Marcus, walk me through it.
On this Altera squad, we have the, I think, first SLE Split winner, champion in his own right, Arvid in the jungle. Then the team's captain, Mr. Giuliani, is the team's AD carry player. Who else do I remember from this team? They field Mad Knight in the mid lane. I'm not sure if he's gonna play in this game as well. Yeah, and then on top line, a very active user of Discord, Kevin Best SD, if I recall his name correctly. But more about it going into the game.
Now we're looking at draft and we have, oh God bless, it is a Sivir first pick finally coming in. I'm not the only one who does it. Getting answered with a Misfortune. Misfortune, I think, is a very underrated answer to Sivir next to Draven and Twitch. Also very playable into Sivir with the poke, because Sivir can't really do anything against poke, because it's Misfortune E, you can't really spell shield it.
Yeah.
Then followed up by Victor Poppy, picked up for Primordials. Victor, very stable mid laner. Poppy, very good at just being a nuisance to the enemy team And it's gonna get answered by Amumu. Amumu support combined with Misfortune, very strong, very good all-in potential. And in the second rotation we have a Vex for the side of Altera, and answered with Renata still open in second rotation, very weird in my opinion. And the Cinch top lane. No, if that ain't spicy, I don't know what is.
Absolutely love the Singe top line pick. One of my favorite champions to watch, as it's always so funny when, yeah, we can transition into that game now. I want to acknowledge while we have the level 1 going on here. Primordial's jungler is so far one of my favorite players in SLE. He's an absolute Chad jungler. Alefeld having huge performances in week 1 against Eternal Blizzard. He popped off on the exact champion, the Poppy pick. I'm surprised that he has gotten his hands on this champion again. I'm really looking forward to him dominating the game again. And as well, we see some other picks here. A lot of wave clear on the Primordial side with the Singe, with the Victor, and with the Sivir. We saw Sivir absolutely being massive in hands of Kami in this previous game, but we will see how. I think it's Reichern gonna pilot this champion on the Primordial side. Meanwhile, on the other side of the Rift, if we can have a little bit of a full screen casters.
Nice.
Dreadpool.
We're having some
A little
technical
bit of
issues here.
technical difficulties, yeah, but we have the curse of the sad bullet time combo in bot line with Amumu's and Misfortune's ultimate. Talk to me as a fellow ADC main. How do you approach this lane? Going into this lethality, most likely Misfortune with a shorter range champion like Sivir.
Well, Misfortune can be played in many different ways, I feel like. I personally am a person that plays Combat Misfortune with tier start. Apparently the Misfortune, if I see correctly, opted for no items first, also a possibility apparently. And yeah, you're just looking to zone your opponent out of the lane with your E-spell, and therefore get lane prior, get good resets in. You can opt for one of 2 builds, crit or lethality. Which one is better? People are in people have very different opinions on this matter. I myself like both builds, so I'm kind of in the middle. And yeah, then later on you just wait for your level 6 power spike to kind of get things going. A Mumu, then a very big engage with his ult follow up, and it's just gonna be a Mumu ult into Misfortune ult combo. No cleanse on the side of Primordials, that's very confusing. But here with Tantle coming in from first gank actually, looking for the first kill onto Renata. Misfortune flashing to secure the kill. I sadly can't really see a lot. See they're flashing out but getting pillared, and it's a double kill for Misfortune. First blood has been drawn on bot lane.
Yeah, absolutely massive pickups by Tribal Tattoo on this Amumu. Sets up his jungler in Arvid here, and yeah, first jungle gank from Arvid is gonna be successful. Arvid has actually been a silent star, like a shining light in this Altera Strot side, I would say, as well as Kevin SSD has also been impressive in the top lane. But yeah, Arvid has been able to make some plays happen in these early games, trying to get his team through maybe some tougher matchups in these SLE planes. But yeah, a jungler can only do as much as he can do, and so far I'm your joy, Mr. Giuliani, if I remember he was being. Look at here, big gank.
Big gank is happening, definitely. Vex getting focused out by the Poppy looking for to confirm the kill, but not quite finding the mark. Here comes Singe though, Sinch is looking to save his Victor that just got the kill onto the enemy Vex with an auto attack, and Sinch is gonna help out finishing off the Trundle, poisoned the troll to death, and it's a 2-for-1 for Primordials.
Yeah, Primordials strike back here, and we see this singed Sloan coming down from his lane. Meanwhile, Kevin best SSD. I told good about him a little bit too soon. He does not come down and leaves his team into 2v3 as Primordials get something back into this mid lane.
Meanwhile, it appears our technical difficulties keep on coming. The scoreboard seems to not be very up to date because people are not buying items apparently. Now we have bot lane gang coming in. Trundle looking again with the same method of running into enemies, pillaring them, but not quite finding the mark this time. The slows are not enough for the side. Because of a good handshake from Renata.
Yeah, why the Wolves here on the Renata pick showing up great. Avoids this Arvid's gank. And yeah, Arvid has been very active in this early game on this patented SLE tunnel pick. Yeah, Trundle has been some of the more popular junglers so far. I think, if I remember correctly, Trundle has some nerfs coming in soon, so maybe he won't be. You see some trading mid lane, but the action is gonna happen in bot lane. Quite possibly, both of the junglers are here.
Yeah, both junglers hovering. I don't think Eva lane has level 6 yet, but I can't really tell. Now, good poke onto the front before just kind of out of the fight. It's a 3v2 for the side of Primordial, but Sivir is gonna fall after all, even if the bailout is not enough to keep her alive. Now Renata falling as well, and they're gonna get 3 kills for the price of 1.
Yeah, successful 3v3 for Altera Astaroth's side. Arvid is huge here, and as we see, the Trundle passive coming in here with him getting a lot of healing once other champion dies near him or unit. And yeah, Altera's squad so far looking much better than their sister team in the first game, and we see engage.
Yeah, stuff happened mid lane. Solo okay?
Stuff happened.
Wait, was the solo okay? Oh.
Johnny here on the Wex pick securing himself a solo kill as he solo kills Venus on this Victor. Yeah, more good stuff happening here for Altera Astaroth's side. I'd say all of their lanes are winning. Maybe little closer things happening in the top side. A lot of good ganks by Arvid as well, and yeah.
Now would be the time where we could talk about itemization in CS, but we can't, sadly. We apologize for technical difficulties. This just happens. It's league stuff, you know. Small indie company. Can't.
SLE is a small indie company indeed. But yeah, let's not focus on the negative. Let's. Yeah, Riot Games is a small indie company as well. That's a very well-known fact. But let's try to focus on the positive. Altera Astaroth looking much better in this game than they have looked in some of their previous games. Really struggled into some of the previous opponents. Did you play the Astaroth side as well so far, Caliber?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, yeah, then you didn't. But yeah, looking much better so far.
Primordials.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah, that's what I was thinking, yeah. In your game, Primordials looked very, I'd say, passive. They never got into the nick of things themselves. How do you see them coming back into this game?
They are looking a bit more aggressively for plays, which I like. They are not just drafting 3 losing lanes. That's always a good thing. Even though there are small mistakes here and there, especially from the bot side of the Primordials, it's looking better. And I think that they are still definitely in a winnable spot for this game and therefore for the tiebreaker and to get into the Division 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Excelsior, not Excelsior, Astaroth, having only the Division 1 aspirations, they would not be happy about ending up in Division 2. With, I think, with Arvid being the Split 1 champion, I don't think he would be quite happy with starting this SLE season in Split 2. In Division 2.
With coming in the mid lane, Victor getting caught, and a beautiful Trundle Pillar will finish off the kill. Very well played by both Vex and Trundle here. I would like to say the name, but I can't see it, so...
No, it's just... Oh, more
but
action.
Here we have a bot lane gank incoming. It's a gank from Primordials and a shutdown for the side of Poppy. And another kill secured by all, but Poppy is actually falling to the last tower shot. Even bailout can't help you in that case, so it's actually a 2-for-1 and not that good.
Yeah, Alfel there makes another successful gank for his Primordial squad, trying to keep his team in the game. But yeah, Tribal 2 secures 1 kill back there for the side of Alder Astaroth. It's quite close trades back and forward. We see Arvid here with more great early ganks on this Trundle pick. And yeah, so far, very competitive early game, but a little bit of a struggle on the side of Primordials, especially coming in this mid lane.
Yeah, it's looking like they're having a bit of a rough start, as apparently in the last 2 games as well. But now we might have a play going on the top lane. Zion looking for the ult, but getting just body blocked by Sinch, now getting flipped into his own tower and poisoned to death. Poppy is there for mental support, but now Trundle and the same passive are looking for the 2v2 kill. Sinch is dropping very low and full flash, but the Trundle will flash right after him. There will secure the kill. Trundle is looking to collect even more kills. Lethal tempo is stacking, but it's not quite enough to get the Poppy as well.
Oh, and
we got the scoreboard, boys. It happened.
We got the scoreboard and we are about to finally get ourselves a full screen as well. Everything is gonna be great, and with the technology is finally here. But that's in the future. Meanwhile, there in the top lane, massive turnaround for the Primordial squad. For a second, it looked so bad for them, but Arvid there oversteps just a little bit, and Alfeld there on his, I already made calling it famous Poppy pick, secures his team yet another kill.
Yeah, and now we finally actually see the whole game here. And we see that Misfortune is opting for the lethality build in this case. So I know that you're also an AD carry. As a fellow AD carry, talk me through Misfortune lethality in this game. And but wait, I have to interrupt you. Never mind. Okay, it's just another one getting on. Never mind. You can keep.
Primordials there trying not to let me talk, but look at this.
Ooh. But now Amumu may look for a dive. Is he gonna just press up? It's a Misfortune, but not for Amumu ult. A bit of miscommunication from the side of Altera here. Therefore, Amumu nearly dying to tower. Now Trundle is trying to club onto Victor, and that's the pick up. Ay.
More action following us all around. Whenever we're about to talk about some team, game related stuff, yeah, we get caught off by the action happening in the game. Lethality Misfortune. I'm a big enjoyer of Misfortune myself. I really like the champion. I love her passive. I love the fact that each unique target you hit, you get like this power, this damage increase. Very, very fun. Yes, the love tap making it fun to farm, making it fun to push turrets with switching target within minions and stuff like that. But yeah, we see.
Poppy, wait for Poppy, maybe here over chasing. Going a bit over the finish line, not quite finding the damage kill off the sad mummy and just getting rolled and misfortune down. Rolled and gunned down, I should never say.
Yeah, Alfeld oversteps there just a little bit, but fight is happening in bot lane. We see Tribal Tattoo on Amumu almost dying against this Sivir and Renata bot lane. But yeah, I'd say this Lethality build is happening because Misfortune has a setup this game. She has the Amumu ult, she has the Arvid's on Trundle pillar. She has tools to make her ult land. But still, I would personally prefer the crit build here. I usually prefer the crit build when I need to kill some tanks, to have the presty attack, to have the ability to DPS over time, because I would say this ultimate won't be that critical and won't be that big in killing this Singed and this Poppy.
Definitely. I would totally agree. Yeah. Nothing else said. We have a big fight happening in bot lane apparently. Another one. Misfortune flashing through Renato actually. Very well played on that part. Finishing off this thing, and here's Poppy. Poppy is not here to play. It's a very good
flash for
fight for Primordials. Finding a lot of resources here on the bot lane because they are roaming down S4. Meanwhile, the side of Astera are picking up the Herald. A bit of miscommunication there apparently. Ooh.
A bit of a miscommunication indeed. Teams having a split plans all over the map, but yeah, Primordials finding themselves something back there as Alfeld here a little bit overstepped there, dies for his plans and dies for his team. But yeah, Victor is there. Did he die? I think he died. Victor is there to pick up some kills for himself, and yeah, this Misfortune gets shut down. I'm Your Joy dies there as well. A lot of action happening.
Meanwhile, mid lane is another kill happening. A 3v2 kill from the side of Primordials again. With Sivir is now starting to be a threat, and she makes the enemy people regret giving the Sivir.
Yeah, I would agree. We saw it last game, we're seeing it right now. Sivir is gonna scale no matter what. She's gonna be... Yeah. Oh yeah, in the first game as well, yeah. Actually, the third game in a row when we see a massive Sivir running around.
Oh, now we have Trundle looking for the kill Singed. Beautiful flashes. Flash out and flash after Sivir. Meanwhile, trying to tickle Cyan to death. Needs a bit of more auto attacks. Just around about like 30 or to 40 more attacks, then Cyan might be in any kind of danger. So easy.
Yeah, she's not yet in the state of the game to kill Cyan anytime soon. She has the components for the tank shredding build, but definitely will need a little.
Going in with another great catch, but not quite finding the ultimate yet again, waiting for the space shield, but the space shield is just not getting popped. Therefore, Sivir is safe. Now that's a fun interaction, I feel like, because Sivir, space shield, and Amumu just feels fun to play for both sides. What do you think?
Yeah, surely. Surely, yeah. I would say it feels a little bit more fun for Amumu, as I think he still dashes towards you, even if he hits his... Does he?
Yeah, he dashes towards you even if especially the...
Yeah, well, the stand won't land.
You have to predict the Amumu ult with your special.
Oh. Yeah, that's a pretty fun interaction, yeah. That's a little bit of a skill check there on both sides, as both of these teams and both of these players need to be in each other's head to know, to predict the ability selection of both sides. We see Singed going for this Misfortune.
Misfortune getting flipped into the Sivir, and then just auto-attacked to death. Sivir was also getting used, and now we have a Drake coming up shortly. And yeah, there he is, our Mr. Drake, But meanwhile, we have Cyan in the mid lane getting some stuff done with the Herald that he used to get the first mid lane tower down.
Yeah, beautifully
Actually,
engaged
very
there.
okay.
Beautiful engaged there on the Misfortune, shutting down Altera Astaroth's teamfight capabilities. But while they do lose the dragon and while the Drake Soul Rush is stopped in the side of Primordials, Cyan makes a counterplay, gets this turret in the mid line. I think it's gonna, oh no, it's gonna be the second turret of the game. So yeah, at least Altera Astaroth trades something back. Still very close game. Gold lead almost identical.
There's almost no gold lead, even after the very Altera focus early game. Now with Poppy finding an engage onto Amu again, but the handshake is not quite gonna connect. We are looking for the Bandage back in and trying to use this curse of a sad mummy, but not quite finding the chance to press the R button. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Ahlefeld here finding a beautiful pick on this Momo and stopping his dash, Momo's dash himself, the bandage toss. Beautiful play by Ahlefeld. I cannot. maybe I'm complimenting this jungler maybe a little bit too much as he. Oh, and
now he's doing the same thing again and finding the Cyan. The same bush is a deadly bush, but it's a Cyan, so there's not gonna be a lot of happening.
Yeah, Ahlefeld, the hunter in the bushes. The yeah.
It appears
No.
he's not playing Rengar.
Yeah, maybe we will see him play Rengar in this split, but so far he has found his mastery into these bush traps. None of the opponents will learn to respect it eventually. But yeah, going into this mid game, very closely contested game as we predicted these two teams to go right down the wire and compete like to like tooth and nail for their chances to get into the tiebreakers for Division 1 and possibly face your team.
Yeah, really. Yeah, definitely. Everyone wants to get into the first division here. There seems to be a lot of competition, and both of these teams can still make it. So it's a lot of at stake in this game because it's the decider if they will keep having a chance of getting into Div 1 or if they are just safe in Div 2, which is also obviously not bad to be in Div 2. There's not a lot of difference between Div 1 and 2.
Well, it's not the end of the world to beat in Division 2, as all of the Division 2 teams are respected as well, and all of them have the chances to win the SLE Championship title, the cup, the famous cup itself. But yeah, there are few advantages of playing in Division 1. First being Division 1 regular season prize pool is bigger for the winner of the regular season. Also, Division 1 gets more favorable playoff seeds as they start in the winner's bracket. Also, there are more seeds coming out of Division 1. I think it's 6 teams qualifying from Division 1, while for playoffs, well, for Division 2 there's only 4 teams. So yeah, couple of advantages for playing in Division 1. Teams definitely need to prioritize trying to get into Division 1 as the rest of the tournament is gonna be a little bit more competitive for them. But yeah, for anyone who qualifies for Division 2, don't hang your head down and keep battling, and it is definitely the correct. Well, you can prove your worth in Division 2. You will face maybe a little bit weaker opponents for the regular season and qualify for top 4 and prove yourself in the playoffs.
Definitely. And as we look and take a short break from our action, apparently waiting for the next objective to come, being the Drake that's spawning very soon in, like, I don't know, soon. We have Stuff coming in. Renata maybe getting catch here. Wyver Wolf getting caught
Massive
on
ult.
Renata, but a massive ult coming out. And it's not gonna be enough to save him from the side. The side is in the enemy backline on the Victor. But meanwhile, we also have Poppy running Rampage. But here's Misfortune. Misfortune is bringing in the damage into the backline of Primordials. Primordials are enchanted. It's a 2v5 now. The pillar is beautiful yet again.
They're
If this
chasing
Trundle
Singed.
doesn't do a lot, he does beautiful pillars.
Yeah, absolutely. Such a scattered fight all around the map. Really, it wasn't necessarily a team fight. It was like multiple different skirmishes on 3 or 4 sides of the fight, and Altera Astaroth finds the carries on the Primordial side, finds the Victor, finds the Sivir, and wins this team fight, securing themselves a soul point.
Yeah, and it is the Ocean Soul, which is really big on a team with 3 tanky characters to restore the health needed in a fight, to maybe get out the 1 more ability or the 1 more auto attack for any kill, or peel just long enough for your carry to deal damage. What do you think about Ocean Soul?
Oh, I absolutely love Ocean Soul when I have it. I absolutely hate it when my opponents have it because it feels so bad. You chunk out your opponent and they just come back to full HP in half a minute. And I definitely agree that's one of the best souls in the game. But interestingly, Cloud Soul, arguably the worst soul, has the highest win rate. What do you make out of that, Caliber?
That, well, Cloud Soul games are just not designed with Soul. I actually have no clue why that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess Cloud Soul is more for solo queue Soul, because you can actually convert the movement speed with a lot of champions that are good in solo queue.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, go on.
Maybe. I would argue that long have a lot of analysts told that movement speed and mobility is actually the strongest stat in the game, the most important stat in the game. And yeah, Cloud Soul having the high win rate that it has, in a way proving that, as maybe if you can react faster, maybe if you can be there first, that's might be the more important side of the game than the damage or the healing or the having a little bit of a shield and tanky stats. But that being said,
slow though.
oh yeah, new drakes, of course. Soul from Soul, but slow from the. You mean Soul from the Hextech dragon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That kind of goes hand in hand with the Cloud Soul in a way, right? Because if your opponent is slower, you are faster. In the same way, if you're faster, then your opponent is slower. Yeah, both of these drakes kind of working in the same way, but Hextech giving just a bit more damage as well, I think. So yeah, I'm not sure why does Hextech Soul doesn't have the higher win rate than the Cloud Soul.
It's the unknown shenanigans of solo queue.
Exactly. Maybe solo queue isn't the best stats tool for competitive League of Legends. No, maybe it is. We do have most of our stats coming exactly from solo queue. Maybe someday we will have the SLE stats, where we see which is the highest win rate dragon in SLE. Maybe. That would be nice, but only time can tell. Back into this game. We might have it. A note from our producer. Maybe in some future we might have it. Altera Astaroth is here. Altera Astaroth is approaching this 30-minute mark. Meanwhile, Primordials on their side having a 2,000 gold deficit. How do you see these team fights playing out in the late game?
I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff happening on how good the Primordial team can be, because they have two insane late game carries with Victor and Sivir coming in. But in the last fights, it seems like they are just getting forgotten kind of by the team. And therefore, the Altera squad, the Cyan, the Amumu, and the Misfortune, and Vex especially, they just get free access into the backline and therefore just chunk out, zone out the damage he does from dealing any kind of relevant damage. And if they can change that behavior, maybe they can still look to win this game.
They surely can. Both teams have a heavy ult.
The skirmishing between tanks. Nothing.
Singed.
But here's
Singed is running.
Singed is running, Singed is flashing in, catching Misfortune running out. And Momo
Big
is
Momo.
hit quite big. Misfortune is getting cancelled by another ult, but Misfortune is dropping very low. Momo is first one to fall, and Poppy takes out
Renata.
Primordials, actually peeling for the caddies and therefore winning the fight by the far. That's what I'm talking about.
Such a close team fight. There are so many critical things going back and forward. We see this Singed just flashing in to flip the Misfortune.
Poppy is still looking for more blood. Vex is still alive, but that should be getting changed very soon. It's sadly not enough damage, so Poppy has to back off.
Yeah, Johnny luckily gets out of that Poppy engaged by Alfeld, but yeah, we saw Singed just bloodthirsty running for this Misfortune, trying to fling her into his own team, but Misfortune manages to flash out of it. Meanwhile, Amumu going into the Primordial side, I think landing a 4 or 5-man ult. But Misfortune, Mr. Giuliani, I'm your join, is not able to cast a full ult full bullet time onto this Primordial side, as Renata ult is already being channeled from the Primordial side and it stops the Misfortune ult instantly. So many critical, huge impact abilities managing to play huge role into this teamfight.
Definitely. Now we have also the soul getting denied for Altera. Primordials collecting their second Ocean Soul and stopping the Altera Ocean Soul win condition for another 5 minutes. And it's Baron time. Vision getting set up top side, mid waves getting shoved out, bot waves getting ignored, top waves are also existing.
Yeah, we see a lot of setup here.
Now we have a Baron started from the side of Primordials, but that's a very dangerous spot to be against Amumu Misfortune. Amumu here maybe looking for the bandage toss that can change the outcome of the entire fight. Pass with DP behind, currently getting ulted out by Poppy though. Silas all alone in the entire team of Primordials, having to flash out.
Big Misfortune
forced to ult and gets cancelled instantly. Amumu still not in the fight. Where the fuck is Amumu? It's just everyone's falling from the side of Altera, and it's a clean ace from Primordials.
Clean ace, huge team fight here. These massive team fights are unbelievable caliber, unbelievable. We saw again this Cyan surviving forever, and this Misfortune trying to kill him with her own ult, but gets cancelled quite quickly. Meanwhile, Amumu landing another massive ult, but Renata's ult was again huge Renata ult. I think hitting all 4 members in the side of Altera, Astaroth, and yeah, this Misfortune attacking her own team, absolutely annihilating them. And after that, Sivir and Victor managed to rain down the damage on the Primordial's side as well, winning them this critical team fight and securing them Baron.
Yeah, it seems to be a very contested back and forth here between two teams. Every fight is on the edge, and every skill shot that might land that sadly doesn't changes the outcome of the entire fight. And we have carry scaling away now. So in terms of scaling, who do you see ahead?
Well, if it was that, wait.
Alfeld. Poppy's just gonna get some poke in, now maybe look for Vex, but that might be a lot
She's
more
doing
than
so
just
much.
poke. Poppy is just getting uncontested damage, running into the entire enemy team, trying to chase
Alpha
down
is
the
angry.
Vex. Vex is just dying. Sinch, meanwhile, who's sprinting after misfortune and flinging her into her own team. Now Trundle is the next one on the chopping block. Sylvia taking up the double kill, and now they are 3 men up and looking to push down mid lane.
They are looking to push down mid lane. They are looking to end this game since they have Baron, since they have 2-man advantage, actually 3-man advantage with
30 seconds.
yeah, 30 seconds. Massive play here by Alfeld. I told you that this man cannot have this Poppy. He is just too good on this champion, and we see confidently playing there, pushing out the Mumu and killing the Rex in process, setting up his team for ending the game here.
Now they are looking to finish off the game, focusing the second X tower. Poppy with another beautiful E, but the Mumu with another 4-man ult. Sadly, there's no damage to follow up, and now even Amumu is gonna fall. Nexus is gonna get focused out, and Nexus is gonna fall. It's a win for Primordials. Welcome to the tiebreaker.
Welcome to the tiebreakers indeed. Primordials securing the win here and managing to upset Altera Astaroth here. And yeah, Altera Astaroth's Division 1 hopes are over much sooner than they would have expected. Arvid is not going to be happy with that. Season 1 champion gonna end up in Division 2 in Split 3. Meanwhile, Primordials looking impressive again. Again, I will acknowledge the Ahlefeld's extremely impactful Poppy play, as both of the games he has played against, one against Eternal Blizzard and the Altera Astaroth side has been on this Poppy. And yeah, as well, he maybe was the one that started, but in these team fights, Ninus and the AD carry player Rishen also managed to deal massive damage and secure them the win in these critical late game team fights.
Yeah, definitely. A very well contested game, but in the end, Primordials getting out on top. Pretty much by this Poppy plays. Big damage coming out from the very tanky Poppy. I guess she's allowed to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Poppy was huge. That was an absolute banger. I think this was also a pre-recorded game, as it happened earlier today. We won't have an interview. That being said, welcome to Tiebreakers, Primordials.
And I think we have another game on hand still. Last.
Yeah.
We have Lost Time coming in versus the French Inquisition. Honestly, I've heard of Lost Time. Lost Time I've heard of, and French Inquisition, I have no clue what it is.
French Inquisition is that team that was known as Proxima Esports at the beginning of the SLE Plains. They rebranded. They went through some organization troubles. But yeah, both teams having the little bit of difficult planes so far, as they both are 0-3 so far. No victories between those two squads. So it's extra important for both of them in this game to secure their first win of this split. Maybe not so important here, as the win will not help them to qualify for Division 1, as both of them are guaranteed to play in Division 2. Meanwhile, we see them facing each other still here. A lot of, I would say, the main thing here is going out of this matchup with confidence, right? You don't go 0-4, you get your one critical win, and you get some maybe better feelings having won your last game before the regular split of SLE.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. This is all about the ego of the team and the mentality of the team to not go 0-4 in play-ins and feel like you're getting completely stomped, but to go 1-3 and see improvements in your game, getting more stable, hopefully. Yeah. And now let's see what team is gonna come out on top here.
Yeah, we have a little bit of technical difficulties again, but meanwhile, I want to talk about these some of these players. Neko on the French Inquisition side. I was very excited going into these planes about this player, as he seems like a true solo queue star player. With Yasuo picks, with Katarina picks, with Yakali, true assassin player, like very pro player, leader like. And I'm still yet to see what I want to see from him. I'm still expecting more. We have seen some good performances from him on the Yasuo, on the Katarina in previous games, but I am still waiting to see this pop-off game. Meanwhile, on the other side, Guilty midliner debuted last game, last round for last time, and he picked LeBlanc into Dream Team. He was there playing last time I was playing Dream Team, and he picked LeBlanc against Crybaby's Veigar. And I would say he got the better of that matchup. He got a solo kill for himself, if I remember correctly, and he had massive pressure in these side lanes. So yeah, both of these players having a lot of success so far. Maybe not a lot of success, but they would want to have more success so far. Meanwhile, other players I want to note, Makima-chan, we have not seen his Vayne just yet. Maybe last time's side will give him a chance to play Vayne, but yeah, I know he's a pretty good Vayne player. Mike in the French Inquisition still playing. Also pretty good Mordekaiser player, has had his very own Mordekaiser great performances on the side of last time. Meanwhile, Michi has shown good top lane play at moments, but still has struggled and still is yet to play his best League of Legends in SLE. And Ale Gaspy is the new jungler for last time as well, as I believe the not cautious cat has been moved to sub role or out of the team. I'm not quite sure. And El Gaspy is filling the team captain shoes, and yeah, so far looking good, looking solid at least, as they had a competitive game against Dream Team. But unfortunately did not manage a victory there, and will try to do more here.
Also, you're getting asked to hydrate, Michael. You're on a roll here. And we get info that Not Cautious can actually quit the team. Who knows for what reason?
Yeah, maybe that's a story for another day. I am hydrating some water, but yeah, we're gonna get to know more. Why did he quit the team? Meanwhile, Gatsby here, trying to do his best to help last time secure their first victory of this Split planes. Who do you have in this matchup, Caliber? Which side are you leaning towards?
Judging as I've seen none of them play so far, I would like to answer after draft. Oh, okay, so I just got the draft link in, and I will just call out what got picked. We have a Misfortune first pick actually coming out, Vesivia not being contested whatsoever, very interesting. Misfortune getting answered with Braum. Braum, a very standard answer into Misfortune. The Poppy getting picked up. Poppy, pretty good champion, not gonna lie. And from the French Inquisition, we get a Yasuo Diana mid jungle combination. Always hyped to watch them play. Very unhyped to play against them as AD carry, especially.
Of course.
And as answer with a Twitch on bot lane, so Twitch Braum against Misfortune, and as fourth pick coming out the Rakan, Misfortune Rakan. Pretty decent synergy with the Charm. Rakan can CC the enemies quite a long time, actually, more than you might think. And paired with a Diana Yasuo, this sets up for a big wombo combo. Darius in top lane for the lane dominance, I'm guessing. And yeah, from last time we actually have a Vladimir mid lane and a Timo top lane.
Timo, the Swift Scout, making an SLE appearance. I am excited to see this champion onto the Rift, as I have not seen this champion in a professional, or maybe not a professional, but like competitive scene in a very, very long time. Maybe last time I saw him was by Viper in like back in the day when he was playing for Griffin. But yeah, Timo making a return here in the top lane this time, as Mishi will use it as a Darius counter. That's an old school counter in that matchup, I would say. But yeah, very excited about this the French Inquisition's team, as they have picked many champions that synergizes quite well, I would say.
So you asked me who I see on top here in this matchup after draft. I will have to say the French Inquisition, because they have a very easily executable wombo combo with Diana Yasuo and everything else on top lane. Not on top lane, on top of it. Meanwhile, the team of last time, I don't really know what they are going for. They don't seem to be really excelling at any kind of thing. Maybe they're good at split pushing, Vladimir and Timo being big threats in the later states of the game. They're looking for catches, with Timo Shrooms being a good setup for those. But I don't really know.
Look at this. Timo, right? Like, okay. Let me put it from the start. Yes, French Inquisition has a lot of different options to engage, to like set up the wombo combo and stuff. But last time has drafted quite a lot of counters, and while I do agree that I usually prefer the team making a proactive play rather than the team that is trying to counter them, last time, as we can see in their logo as well, they are preferring to go for the counter, for the outplay button, for the stopwatch. And Braum can shield off all of the Misfortune's ult, right? Meanwhile, Poppy can absolutely stop Rakan's engage, Yasuo's engage, Diana's engage. Vladimir can pull off the wombo combo as well. And meanwhile, Timo is the most important pick here, because he can single-handedly stop this Darius from being able to do anything that he wants to do. You pick Darius for the laning phase prowess, right? For being able to dominate the lane, to get fed. And here against Timo, he will most likely struggle. Timo can bully him. An excellent Timo piloting can make a tank, a melee top lane player want to uninstall the game. So I would say last time has tools to win it. Will I pick last time to win this game? No, I do prefer the proactive tools of the French Inquisitions, but yeah, we will see.
Alright, so but maybe we're just caster cursing our boys in the French Inquisition now. Very well known. If both casters say one team will win, there might be an upset coming, and I'm not talking about the player. So we are nearly getting in game. And
Nearly.
I'm sorry, I had to do this one.
All right, we are nearly in the champ in the loading screen. Indeed, yeah, I'm super excited about this Timo pick. as this with this last matchup of the game
of the day.
of the day
Yeah.
last game of the day.
We're both getting tired. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I did not expect it to be 4 games today. This game kind of came to me as a surprise. I expected these two teams to play on Monday, but yeah, we see them playing already today. All the more pleasure to us, and all the little bit easier for us tomorrow. That being said, yeah, do you expect another Blade of the Ruined King rush for Yasuo?
Well, I feel like walk into this team is actually not that good because you can't really stick to any kind of target. Vladimir has his pool, Poppy is just being Poppy, Braum you don't wanna stick to, and Timo can blind you, so I'm gonna hope that he goes for the normal crit build, because it just lets you scale way faster into the game, and once you have 2 items, your ult Q is gonna hurt like hell, and in combination with Diana, it's always good that your ult hurts like hell. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. You're definitely much more of a Yasuo expert than I am. But yeah, from the things you say make a lot of sense, honestly.
Yeah.
But
I should know. There is a reason why Yasuo is still my second most played champion.
Oh, really now? Okay,
He actually
okay.
is, yeah? I was a big enjoyer of Yasuo bot lane.
Oh, Yasuo bot lane, you dirty Yasuo bot lane player. Disgusting.
Well,
That being said, top
it's-
lane. My
top
eyes are
lane.
here on the top lane because we have a Timo in the top lane.
Yeah, we do have a Timo and a Darius in the top lane.
Yeah, straight out of my season 4 adventures when I used to play top lane and did not understand anything what I was doing in the game. But yeah, gives me memories of that time, of those beautiful times of oblivious League of Legends gaming.
Good old times where you didn't know how bad you were.
Good old times where I didn't know what is good anyways.
Also, we have invade. No, wait, it's not invade. I'm just blind. I'm getting tired. Oh.
We're all getting tired. But yeah, I'm very excited to see this Neko on his main champion as well. And we see Darius already getting a heavy trade onto this Timo.
Big plays onto Timo, cancelling 2 auto attacks, but still winning the trade by far because of the max beating. Now flashing in for the W auto attack kill. First blood acquired on top lane for the French Inquisition. Ooh, that's gonna be
Yeah.
top lane.
Maybe I overhyped. I caster cursed this Timo counter pick on the Darius.
Now, you said he makes Darius' life hell.
Yeah.
So far, I don't see it.
So far, Darius' life is beautiful, and Timo's life is gonna be quite difficult as he does not have TP and will need to run all the way back top lane.
Darius opting for a very quick recall, going for the boots first so he can run after the Timo and squish him in half.
Squish him in half again. Yeah, very aggressive play there by Darius, and he still has his ghost, so Timo is not fully safe. Darius has boots now. Timo has no potions. It's gonna be a difficult early game, difficult laning phase for this Timo if he will let this Darius engage onto him.
As he did in the level 1 trade. So this Timo matchup seems to be a lot of spacing, like this. This is good spacing.
Oh.
This is not good spacing again. Now with Diana coming on top lane, but maybe Timo here actually picking up the kill, flashing forward. Can he find the final damage? But no, Darius will survive, and Diana will pick up the kill on the Timo. Timo lost both thumbs on this gank and died on a terrible wave state. Now, I don't want to flame your counter pick analysis, right? But I think something is over.
I mean, it's gonna be difficult for this Timo to ever get back into this game, as I believe this matchup requires Timo to start with the lead early and keep the lead throughout the game. But yeah, I'm a believer in Michi. I will want to see what can he do into this Darius, into Mike's Darius, and yeah, maybe. I've seen crazy things today. I've seen team almost come back from basically 20k gold deficit. So this team, if SGI could have almost won the game against Reef, I believe that this Michi's Teemo can come back against Darius after dying 2 times in 3 minutes, I believe what it was.
Only time can tell what's gonna happen in this matchup. So, yeah, nothing else out of ordinary here. Misfortune actually going for the press attack version. I heard you're more of a fan of press attack in combat?
Well, overall, I would say, yeah. I enjoy playing a press the attack build more because the Misfortune gets the movement speed. The movement speed feels so great, and when you have the crits and you can like weave in and out of the team fight. Also, you can proc your press the attack so quickly with auto attack Q and auto attack again, and feels very good. And you're not that ult reliant because it's the worst feeling as a AD carry playing Misfortune. When you play the lethality build, you get baited ult to ult by your teammate, and then you are just basically useless for the rest of the fight. So I'd agree. Also here in this game, all of your ult can be negated by the Braum, as well as you can be interrupted by the Poppy, and you can be Vladimir can pull your ult. So I agree with the press the attack here.
All right, perfect. Then we have Fistbox normal. Now we're just sitting here waiting for the next play to happen. And now we have Poppy pathing towards top side here apparently. Well, yeah. There's nothing to talk about.
Oh, there's always something to talk about in the game.
Okay.
We can see here.
Now, one thing I think is interesting that I would like to ask you about, because we now see here both junglers opting for the blue smite. What is your opinion on blue smite?
My opinion on the blue smite is that I believe at times it can be the superior summoner spell, the superior smite variation, but overall, it's definitely not the stronger choice. In my opinion. Red smite brings you just so much value. The mini exhaust of it, the damage over time.
Exhaust and ignite in one summoner spell. With 900 damage execute.
It's absolutely broken in my opinion, and should not be a summoner spell that stacked.
Yeah.
I believe that it is the superior version, but these junglers definitely have their own playstyle. Maybe they lack usually the ability to catch up, and so the slow from the blue smite is the smite of choice for them.
Great AD carries think alike, obviously.
Indeed, yeah. I hope to get to face you in Division 1.
Oh, absolutely! I hope so too. Gonna be a banger, hopefully.
And we see Darius getting more engaged here. He can hope. No.
Darius now running into the room. That might be a kill for Teemo, but Teemo sadly doesn't quite have flash up. Therefore can't secure the kill against the flashing Darius. And now we have bot lane gang coming in. Poppy is here onto the Rakan. Rakan forced to flash out, but here's Diana and Yasuo. Diana firing an ult, but the Yasuo is getting ulted out, and the Diana as well. That's disaster for the side of the French Inquisition, because they can't capitalize on the weak state of their opponents.
Ale Gatsby here.
Holy shit.
Pulling absolutely critical and amazing Poppy ult onto this Yasuo Diana combo, as they are about to pull the trigger there, but gets absolutely just knocked away by the Poppy, and that alone and the Braum shield coming in clutch saves last time from losing more members in the bot line, as they only lose the maybe not their member, but they lose the dragon. But still, it would have been bloody if that did not succeed. If that did not play out like that.
Definitely. Also, in terms of items, we now have the Yasuo with the Zeal actually coming out. Now I can do a bit of Yasuo talk. So I'm a big contester of the Berserker Graves Rush because it just gives you all the stats you want on Yasuo. But wait, we have a top lane gang coming in Poppy here. Maybe looking for Darius. No, getting spotted, so I can keep talking. Zeal first. Definitely an option you can do, but I think Mythic first is just stronger in most cases. It's either stronger or Borg. Mythic, Borg, or Berserker Graves Rush. I see more people do the Zeal first because Zeal is like kind of a bit of everything you want. But in my opinion, it's just better to go Berserker Graves than Zeal. But now he has both, so he's just super fine.
Yeah. Do you think he's going for Phantom Dance, or do you think he's going for some healing reduction with that longsword and Zeal together?
Is most likely gonna go for the Motley Reminder.
Yeah, I would actually theorize about that as well. Maybe a little bit. Maybe it could be a little bit early, as I do not believe he can find an all-ins on this Vladimir this early. But yeah.
Now we have fight coming in though on the Herald already done by the side of Who's Herald. Oh, actually the side of Lost Time collected the Herald. Now Diana maybe here in trouble, have forced to flash out, and they're all getting zoned out. The Diana ult didn't quite hit the mark, just hit Poppy, and Yasuo didn't want to connect onto just Poppy, so not much happening. Therefore,
they can let the dives.
Left alone here, but apparently the bot lane of the French Inquisition not quite confident enough to dive this glitch in a 2v1.
Oh,
Darius here looking for another kill. Walking with 2 shrooms getting ignited. Can he finish off? The guillotine, guillotine is not quite enough, and Timo Michi picks up the first revenge kill.
Hey man, what did I told you? I still believe in this Timo. If we saw crazier things today, and this Timo turning this matchup around at least for 1 kill is not that crazy. And yeah, Darius probably not too happy about how that play went out. But yeah, this Timo pick finally coming in clutch and proving her worth, proving its counter status, and yeah, some Timo success in SLE here.
Yeah, also a very mad genius mushroom planting from Michi, but Darius actually ran in too, so he did his job. And now Yasuo maybe look for an engage onto Vladimir, but there is no one else around to help him. Poppy is just gonna come in and slice him up a bit. Yasuo getting punished for playing the lane. How dare he?
Yeah, that's gonna be a Rift Herald channeled here. Yasuo is gonna try to kill, but not gonna kill the time yet. I still get the
now here comes
lane.
Diana. Diana is here, but Diana doesn't want to look. Diana is ult up, but not quite willing to all in Vladimir because they can't really one-shot him yet, and he will just press W and run out.
Yeah, it's extremely hard for this Diana to find these engages onto this Vladimir, but they will need to find them sooner or later, as they do need to use this combo. Oh,
holy shit, this Timo is just bullying Darius now. Holy moly. The counter coming in clutch after all. Even
yeah,
after that early game.
slowly turning it around.
I can hear your smile right now, do you know that?
I mean, yeah, my memories of Season 5 turns truth. I still remember this matchup. But yeah, quite evenly contested game in these bottom of the standings teams, both of them fighting for their win, their only chance, the last chance to get the win in the playing stage. Of course, let me see, Poppy dash interruption in action. But yeah, both of these teams will have more important games, of course. They will have more important games in Division 2 when they will play for the playoffs slots, and maybe for, I don't know, even the Division 2 championship. As a lot of things can happen over the season. Maybe early struggles does not mean these teams are necessarily the bottom teams in SLE Division 2, but definitely winning here would give them a lot of confidence, a lot of belief in their own strengths, and would get those first win jitters out of the way, and they will be finally there, like, okay, we did it, our first win is out of the way, and we can now play more loose, play with a lot more belief in ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. It's also good to see that there's no one team just getting bullied by all other teams. That's always probably a concern, especially in this wide area of ELO we are in here. So that's, in my opinion, a very good thing to see. I also think this game is actually pretty important because they know that their opponent is gonna be one of the teams they're gonna face regularly in this Division 2, so it's already a good strength, like getting to know your future opponents in terms of strength, and already trying to get ahead in the mental warfare.
Mental warfare, indeed. Yeah, a lot of actually things. Even in this level of game are even in this level of play are about mental games. Honestly, I personally have had some players that I know that I prefer better against, because I kind of feel like I have a little bit of a mental edge there. But yeah, definitely here winning this game, going out to the plains with the victory, and with the victory against your direct Division 2 rivals, can show a lot before, can foreshadow a lot of how these matches might play out in the regular split.
Yeah, definitely. I can only agree with you.
We see a little bit of a slower game this time, contrary to some of our other games today. We see 17 minutes dinging just now, and still just three kills. A couple of turrets killed, actually not couple, one turret killed if I see it correctly. And actually it's one on both sides, and one Drake on both sides. Can these teams be even more evenly matched here? I don't think
it's possible, but here maybe Dart in trouble, forced to flash out, and he would take one shroom more. Yeah, and maybe the second one, yeah, I think he walked in. Yeah, well. The counter matchup coming in clutch.
Oh.
Nothing's gonna happen here. Top SW. It's a tragedy.
I mean, you can kind of feel a little bit of pressure for both of these sides here, as they both play so carefully, not wanting.
French Inquisition here looking for a trap, but no one is gonna fall for it quite yet. So Darius maybe looking here for the chase, getting the pull onto Poppy. That's a massive knockup. Yasuo and Diana connecting up the big team fight here. The Fortune coming in after, but not quite finding anyone.
Nobody dies.
Darius found one kill, but here comes now the turn from runtime. They are gonna take three more kills actually, and it's not enough yet. 4 more kills from runtime. Vladimir coming online. Twitch with very good invisibility and playing around with invisibility. Yeah, holy.
An absolute heartbreak for French Inquisition side, as they find a beautiful engage onto, like, I think it was 4 members of last time's side, with Sirakan pulling out a beautiful ult into, I think it was Diana combo, but only landing a kill onto one member, only the support dying on last time's side, and they being able to, with these blinking red health bars, like turn around the team fight. And yeah, guilty on this Vladimir, as we see the score sheet is broken again, but yeah, Vladimir coming in massively here, picking up, I
there
think
we
it was
go.
2 or 3 kills.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 kills there. Twitch landing massive damage as well, as he was not being engaged on. Was not one of the 3 members being engaged on. And yeah, last time turns this fight around, and it looked so good for French Inquisition, but somehow the Italian squad turns it around. I'm
Now
hydrating.
we have Vladimir and Twitch in a very comfortable position in this game. Twitch going from a very standard build of Borg into Kraken Slayer, most likely, maybe Gale Force, very situational item, but also can be quite powerful. Meanwhile, Vladimir going for, what's this item called again? Night Harvester, followed up by the most likely Rabadons, Death Cap, big Vladimir power spikes there, and I've seen Vladimir's takeover in the game with just these 2 items. So there might be a chance.
Absolutely guilty on this Vladimir pick, having played his second game in SLE so far, proving his worth quite a lot, honestly. Looking like an absolute star player for this last time side, and they will need every single one of these guilties carry performances to secure themselves win an upcoming SLE split. But first off, they need to finish this game. They are in the lead. They have the about 1.5k gold lead, and they are going for the second dragon for themselves.
Yeah, it appears to be that the side of French Inquisition are only 4 here. Can they contest this Dragon? Giving Diana 3 axes to Drake. Maybe Diana can steal it. Maybe Diana's looking for a steal, but Vladimir actually secures it, and the bullet time will also only hit Poppy 2 ults for nothing. Sad. But meanwhile, Darius can get his value as high laner on top lane. Will take down the top tier 2 tower.
Oh yeah, French Inquisition actually gets a chance to attempt the Baron's Dragon Steal here, but meanwhile, but they were 4 there, and last time does not force a team fight back. Gonna lose 2 turrets in exchange. Will secure the dragon, but yeah, French Inquisition actually getting out of that one with a gold lead as they get 2 turrets around the map, and we see some solid trading by these next Splits Division 2 teams here.
Also, Yasuo nearly online, nearly on his 2 item power spike. Actually just going for the Zeal into Mythic build. Something you can see more often on Yasuo. It's for better early. I don't know why he would go it against Vladimir, but he did. And now he's gonna look for Darius though in a 1v2, but can he even win this fight? He's in a 1v2 against Team 1 Poppy. Finish of Team 1 flashing for the guillotine, and now he has max passive stacks and looking for the finish up on Poppy all alone. Rakan will not be able to help him, and he will get finished off by the Twitch that was hiding indeed.
Yeah, this Darius is coming in absolutely massive. Gets revenge onto this Teemo. As we see, Teemo, once the Darius gets on top of him, is really struggling into drawing any pressure for against his champion. Needs his team, needs the Twitch, needs the other Yordles on his team to come and help him out. But yeah, solid pick, solid game so far on this Mike's Darius. So far looking very good. I think it's not the first Darius we see in this SLE split, as this champion is actually quietly being a niche pick for these SLE teams.
Of last season, actually impacting this season's SLE apparently. With the Darius picks. And yeah, that is indeed a very strong pick if he can get onto his opponents, which is always the weakness, or should be the weakness of this class of champions. If it still is, debatable. But yeah, he is doing great work on getting on top of at least this team so far.
Yeah, we actually see these teams playing a really focused game. 24th minute in the game, and Vladimir, Yasuo, and Miss Misfortune having quite a high CS numbers, proving that the individual talent is there. They just need to find a way to play as a team and to convert these individual skills into successful team play. So yeah, this is the first step for them, and Teemo's getting engaged on.
Yeah, we might have an engage on the Teemo. Rakan W sadly missing Yasuo. Nothing to ult on, but he will hit his W, his tornado because of the Rakan ult. And now we have also nearly the same thing happening. Bot lane. Darius getting caught by Vladimir, and Poppy. Darius trying to get out the Q, will restore some health, but will he get out Poppy fast? And Poppy has flash. Poppy dashes him into the wall, and Vladimir is here to finish him off. While Teemo lives on top lane. That's tragic. But French Inquisition, seeing enemy jungle bot side, instantly goes on Nash.
Vladimir teleports in.
Vladimir teleporting in. Teemo is still in base. Poppy is still now in mid lane. Can we just finish it and get out? Now we have to just get out, but here's the re-engage. They're trying to engage it, but how can they even engage Spider? I don't know. Vladimir is here. Vladimir is stealing big damage. Vladimir is killing everything. And it's a clean ace for runtime. Casters coming in touch.
The moment we saw this like calm mid game between these both sides, as I even got the time to talk about the CS scores, and yeah, then instantly both teams decide to do the same thing, as both of them engage onto the top laners of their squads. But yeah, last time coming out here on top as they punish French Inquisition's Baron attempt, and yeah, French Inquisition got the Baron here, but last time was there in time at the last possible moment. Just the moment French Inquisition secured the Baron, Vladimir teleported over here with half of his HP, and Twitch found a beautiful flank angle to open up with spray and pray, securing them a massive damage into massive teamfight victory. And yeah, Darius chasing it out.
Looking for the 1v1 on top and again into Teemo. He goes at the little Yordle and tries to execute him and will find the kill once again, showing Teemo who's the counter here.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Darius being the bigger counter here for the Teemo. I'm looking at this room. Will he step into it?
We don't know. It's getting pinged, apparently.
Oh, it's getting pinged.
I don't know what team, but it's getting pinged. Okay, he's just gonna recall, not moving. The best tactic against Teemo Shrooms. Don't move, recall, get out.
If you're low HP, just don't step anywhere. The mines are everywhere. Yeah, but
don't move and you might be fine.
Teemo's minefields there, not enough. Darius finds him there again, and yeah, it's an open season on the Teemos there, as Darius is able to hunt him down time after time again. And yeah, sidelines are not gonna be safe for this Teemo. The real question is, how much can Last Time get on the other side of the map? They might lose this 1v1, but yeah, Darius is not that strong, at least currently, into these team fights. He might be able to kill him on
here with the spray and Prey opening with the Misfortune, forced to flash out for it, and therefore gets out with her HP, still being more than 0.
Yeah, absolutely. Twitch being quite scary here, honestly. Opens up on this Misfortune, forces a flash out. Twitch won't necessarily need.
Now here comes Darius again. Darius looking for another flash on the Teemo. The Q connects the auto attacks. He's just taking down the little scout and executes him once more.
Yeah, this is a bit of a bullying. I'm not sure at what moment has this become a hate crime, but yeah, Darius just keeps running into this Timo, unleashes all of his abilities into him, beats him down with his axe, and
We have a fight
executes.
now coming in bot lane. Yasuo versus Vladimir. It's all about how we can play Vladimir, but that's a lot of damage, Vladimir. Holy shit, man, you're dealing so much damage.
Oh.
Yasuo can't quite connect with Tornado because of a clean flash from Vladimir. This Vladimir hurts, man. Holy moly.
That was actually much closer than I thought it's gonna be. Neko
Ignite is a hero.
Boider, yeah, landing the ignite and landing his own combo there. I believe maybe if he lands the last combo, if Darius, not Darius, but if Vladimir doesn't flash it there, it could have been turned it around, and we would have seen the never behind Yasuo moment.
Oh, and here we have Darius. Where did this guy come from again? Why is he here? This guy's just running from lane to lane and bullying people apparently. But he
Yeah.
won't find a kill this time.
Mike Milner is here on this Darius. I remember this guy for his Mordekaiser performances, but Darius quite a strong top laner with a lot of solo
Hey,
kills.
Twitch looking again for the misfortune. I'm sorry to stop you, but Twitch actually
Wait a minute.
missing auto attacks. He auto attacked the cannon minion thrice and therefore won't catch the kill onto misfortune. What a tragedy! Ay 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 ay.
Oh no, Twitch looks for an assassination here, does not use his heal or anything, and just misfortune turns it out and kills him.
Some missed auto attacks by Twitch. Sadly.
Yeah, Nicotino is gonna be kicking himself for that one. Very unlucky. And that coming right before Drake. He won't. I think he won't have his ultimate ready for the Drake just yet. Maybe he will. But
will,
yeah,
he
I
will.
think with the soul fight coming up, I think we will see both teams sending all 5 of their players for an absolutely critical 31 minute dragon fight.
And now we have both Yasuo and Diana on critical power spike. Diana finished her mythic in Sunfire. That is definitely a legal item for Diana. Thank you, Riot Games, on this account. Yasuo finishing his 3rd item. He's now sitting on the shield bow, i.e. Mortal Reminder power spike, 150% crit. But actually runtime just outsmarting the Fenty Acquisition in this point and just taking the Nasher for free before Drake even starts.
Absolutely, last time deciding though, like, yes, exactly how you said, you have finished your key items. Maybe we do not want to fight you here. We can give you this Drake. You taking this Drake won't matter that much. But meanwhile, us will take the Baron here and win out on this trade. And with how last time is scaling, I would say scaling a little bit better than the French Inquisition side. I'd say this trade is something that they would take 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, I would agree. But now, Marcus, we have a big debate, okay?
Yeah.
So this Twitch here, he plays with a skin that is not one of the 2 acknowledged Twitch skins that exist. What is your opinion on Twitch skins?
On Twitch skins.
Yes.
Well, I do enjoy playing some Twitch, and if you play Twitch, you go for the, I think it's called Crime City currently, or
Yeah.
Mafia Twitch. That's the superior Twitch skin. If you have a choice, then go for that one. A lot of other Twitch skins are quite messy, but actually, the Samsung skin, I believe this one is not the worst. I would say the free one, the one that you could get for free, is pretty bad.
The medieval, yeah? It is pretty terrible, that's right.
Yeah, that's one is pretty ugly. Quite recently, I think they released some Dragon Twitch. I don't remember. I got it for free, but yeah, I didn't like that one as well. And we see here Twitch being an Invis.
But I think you're forgetting one of the most important skins. Oh wait, but here's a collapse onto Vladimir. Vladimir all alone. yet, but he's gonna take.
Buys so much time.
He's buying so much time with the stopwatch and the W. He will just get out for free. French Inquisitions collapse without any use, not finding anything on the Vladimir.
Beautiful play there by Guilty to
But here comes
survive.
Darius flanking on the team on the Twitch getting caught again, and Twitch getting executed by the Darius. Beautifully played from French Inquisition. Now Yasuo's in the backline, critting through
Oh, Vladimir dies.
lost time, and here comes the wombo combo of the French Inquisition coming out clutch. Ooh.
Massive team fight there. It looked so good at times for last time, but
Shrooms though, maybe? Oh, what's he doing?
standing.
He's waiting out.
Is he calling? He's gonna recall. He's gonna do the smart thing, the true Teemo counter. Just stand, don't move, and recall. But yeah, last time looking so good at times in that team fight, but critically, French Inquisition finds the Twitch at the beginning of the fight, and Darius gets to ult, gets to reset his Naxian Guillotine onto the Twitch, and yeah, completely turns the team fight around there. Looked for a second that Guilty on his Vladimir here might turn it around, might be the carry that his team needs, but no, just such close team fights ending with French Inquisition's win.
Which effectively not even participating in the fight, still has a spray and play up, so he didn't really deal any kind of damage in fight, even though he's on his 3.5 items, and that's a massive bit of power and damage that's missing in the Lost Times team. So coming back to our topic, yeah, it's important. Now I also agree that the Crime City Twitch skin is superior, but they released a Twitch skin not too far ago. It's High Noon Twitch. And High Noon Twitch is actually on a level with Crime City, in my opinion. I've been spamming this skin and I've been only playing High Noon Twitch.
No. I mean...
We are with Darius looking for the combo again. Yasuo ulting more on Darius East than Diana ults in this game so far. Here comes the bullet time, and Twitch getting taken out yet again without dealing any damage. Poppy now getting critted by Yasuo. And Makima-chan finding the last Q onto the Braum to secure yet another kill. And there are 3 down again. And the French Inquisition now maybe looking for a good push into the base of Lost Time.
Yeah, they're looking for most likely for an inhibitor here. Absolute heartbreak again. Nicotino cannot catch a break here. Gets engaged on again. Gets one shot actually on the side. He was not the target of the original engage from French Inquisitions, but kind of. Oh, and look at
Vladimir looking to engage all alone on his own. 1v3, but here comes Darius from behind, getting the pull on both yet again, and Yasuo connects his ult once more on Darius, and Darius will find them all.
Absolutely down there. Darius Guilty looks for a hero play there, but Twitch still has ult.
Twitch is in this. Twitch not looking actually.
He has ult?
Yes,
sure.
He might be looking there. Darius maybe going a bit too far. Twitch now opening fire to Darius. Darius still standing. The Yasuo Winter coming in clean. Here comes Rakan. Beautiful engagement of Twitch again. Twitch dies once more. That might have been the last time he died this game, as the French Inquisition is looking to finish this game up now.
Yeah, looks to be it. French Inquisition finds the critical team fights, smells out the rat, one-shots Nicotino repeatedly, and he's gonna be able to pick up their first win in this SLE split. Not gonna end planes on a sad note. We'll go 1-3 in the planes, and yes, unfortunately for last time, they fought very well. Guilty had a great performance. Nicotino played a great game for most of the time, but at the end of the day, French Inquisition had their eyes set on the rat and repeatedly picking out this Twitch. being able to somehow turn this team around, this game around, as it looked like it was going towards Lost Time's side. But yeah, French Inquisition clutches out the victory.
I have to give big props here to Mike Millers, for finding all these insane two-man Darius pulls. I've seen Yasuo ult more on Darius pulls game than Diana ults. The Darius
Yeah.
pulls were better than the Diana ults. It is actually crazy how much weight he pulled on with Darius this game.
Huge performance by Mike, of course, as he's been going to be known not only for his Mordekaiser, but for his Darius as well here. And do we have an interview with the winner?
Now, if anyone of these 5 players might want to get into an interview here with the friendly AD carry duo here, you may join the waiting room. And yeah, so that we can ask you some kind of questions.
Meanwhile, we can still have our closing thoughts about this game. After seeing French Inquisition pull out their first win, having the clutch gene to turn this game around, how do you think they are looking in? How do you think they're looking going into this split 3 of SLE in their Division 2?
I feel like this is a big ego boost for all the members of the French Inquisition, and I am. From the performance we've seen today, I'm guessing they're gonna be one of the one of the harder opponents to have in Division 2, because that seems to be a very versatile team with wombo combos that are executed easily, as team comp is always something you have to respect at any point of time in the game, and if they are improving on it and doubling down on it, then they're gonna be a force to reckon with.
Absolutely agree. They might be like a dark horse, I would say. Of course, they did lose their first 3 games. They had to come back into this game. As a time, it did look quite difficult, but they did it. I want to congratulate them with it. And if they find this thing that they found deep into this game, finding engages together, maybe finding strong champion picks for their top liner in Mike, if they can rally around him, they can win a lot of games in this Division 2. And we are going to have an interview.
We're gonna have Nico in an interview.
Oh, excited to talk to Nico. I think Nico was playing Yasuo in this last game. He's I would say quite famous Yasuo, and I think Rengo mentioned his Yasuo a couple of times, and he's here. Hi, Nico.
Hello.
I got my Yasuo not banned. I'm happy.
You're definitely. I bet you are happy finally getting your first win in SLE. How are you feeling right now?
It feels good. It feels good because we had a lot of work to do coming into this whole league, and that showed very clearly from the very first games. But I'm pretty happy that we get to this result now that communication improves a lot and some other mistakes get fixed as well. Definitely not perfect. We absolutely did not throw Nashor straight away, but it's getting better.
Yeah, it absolutely is getting better. I would say you having better performances every single game. First game I remember against Black Manta was a very difficult one, as you never really got to play the game with that top lane snowballing so much. But every game you look just a little bit better, and here finally winning the game. Talk to me about the mid game in this game. It looked like last time had quite a good scaling comp, and they were turning some of these finds around, punishing your Baron. What do you tell to your team to rally behind and like kind of clutch out the win and the picks into this late game?
We mostly discussed on what to focus properly. The fights that were pretty meh were mostly due to a random Vlad popping and destroying 4 people at owns, or Twitch being 3 DPS all the time, and this kind of mistakes. So we managed to really adapt during the mid game and took the right focus then during the fights, which led to this kind of traps that we did afterwards.
And you did execute it beautifully, focused the right targets, and found multiple picks on the stage. You are gonna be playing in Division 2 in this upcoming SLE Split. Do you have any predictions how this season is gonna go for you guys? 8 teams are gonna be in Division 2. 4 teams are gonna qualify for playoffs. What are your expectations and what are your predictions?
I'm very bad at predictions. Last time I did a prediction, I got an instant karma coming back at me. So, not too ambitious prediction this time. I think as we play more and more and get more familiar with everyone's play style, we also manage to improve as it comes. So, I guess pretty much like the planes currently, we'll start slow and try to pop off at the end.
Yeah, Caliber, you have any questions?
So my first question is, I'm going out on a limb here, okay? Could it be that your accent, because your accent kind of tells me that you might be German?
My accent?
Yeah.
I am absolutely not German.
Well, then that concludes my question. How nice. But anyway, so now you are not 0-4 in the planes. I'm guessing that's gonna be a big ego boost for you. How did you guys approach this game? As it was the last game and there wasn't that high stakes.
The discussion around the preparation of the game was mostly, okay, the stakes are not as high, so let's pick stuff we're more comfortable in and try to work on stuff we're more comfortable in, have to focus on a little. So we almost approached it more like a scrim and a big training rather than a very important game. So that definitely helped on the mental, because the whole mentality during the game was also a lot chiller and definitely not tilted when, kind of mismiting an Herald. Looking at my jungler who complained for only 5 minutes.
As long as it's only 5, it's fine.
It's fine.
All right. Then that's it from my side. Marcus, you have anything more?
Yeah, just the last question. What was the team reaction and communication once you saw the team all lock in?
So our top laner basically cried and went in his bed, continued to cry. We heard him insulting the Teemo for 5 minutes, and the moment he solo killed him, insulting him more for 10 more minutes. So pretty much standard top lane.
Okay.
All right, that's great to hear. Well, congratulations with your first victory in SLE. Always great to get that one, and best of luck in the regular split, as it's gonna be quite an exciting one.
Thank you.
Very well played today, and best of luck going forward, also from me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have a second interview coming in from the Reef vs SGI game. Konhatsi joining us live here. Hello.
Hello. How are you guys?
We are just a bit tired, I think.
Okay. Understandable. You guys have been streaming till late.
Yeah, a lot of casting, a lot of great games, a lot of long games, a lot of games that extended longer than we expected. And surely one of those games was your game. I think you had an absolutely massive lead. In 12 minutes, it was 8,000. I think at one point, at about around 20 minutes, it was something like 15,000. But you still needed something like 38, I remember, or 35 minutes to close out the game. What happened there, and why did you struggle with closing out the game against SGI?
I mean, it's just the fact is getting into mid game. We all know that we're way better players, at least solo wise, than them. But getting into mid game, we're a team that doesn't scrim with each other. We don't really play with each other. We're just a makeshift team to play into SLE. So sometimes many calls are given together and stuff like that. It can be confusing sometimes. And also our ADC was playing with 100 ping the whole game,
Okay.
which was kind of annoying for him. He was getting tilted, but we still managed to get through, and that's pretty good.
Yeah, surely that's the main thing. You still managed to finish the game
Mhm.
at the end, and congratulations with like winning this, winning the planes, being the only undefeated team, first place. I think you had some back and forward with some of the SGI members. Can you have a little PG comment about that one, and maybe some words for your maybe upcoming rivals, maybe when you're gonna face them in a regular season?
I don't think they're rivals. For me, somebody being a rival needs to meet like some expectations and at least like showcase some kind of skill. I mean, the game was a stomp from beginning to the end, and if we basically communicated better, we could have ended way earlier. So I wouldn't consider them as rivals. Also, we were annoyed because they paused the game that much. They were late like 20 minutes. They added our ADC after the game, and calling him, telling him "you mad" and stuff like that in chat. So I wouldn't consider players like that my opponents or my rivals.
All right. Caliber, any questions to Konatsi?
I well,
While you wait, I can
hey, you go ahead. I'm thinking.
your slot in Division 1 was already confirmed before this game against SGI. But quite soon you will find your first games in Division 1. What do you expect from this regular part of the SLE split? And why maybe some predictions, maybe some teams you are watching out for?
I mean, it's my first time being in SLE. As you know, I'm the quote unquote rookie of SLE, so I don't know what to expect from all the teams. I know that I want to avenge Reef in terms of Chi, because I know they lost, Dutch lost last season to them, and I want him to win against them this season. So I'll definitely be looking out for them. And when we play them, Captain is also a dear friend of mine, so I'll basically go 100% to beat them.
All right, excited
Yeah,
to
but
meet you
Micah's-
as well.
Sorry, but I didn't hear what you said.
Calvert?
I was just saying that our dear Micah's here is actually the AD carry of Gucci Gaming, so
Oh
but I
yeah.
have to face him.
Yep.
Yeah, we will face each other. I'm sure, quite sure, Konhatsi will try to look for me in every single team fights. But we will have to wait till that one. Yeah. You ending these planes 4-0. I'm gonna have that plane MVP. Maybe in my articles decided, but if you had to give the MVP to one player from your team, which one would you give it to?
The thing is, it's hard to choose because I want to say that everybody played really well. The thing is, I think I would give it to Dutch because he's able to adapt really easily to some situations as well as make his own proper calls. But I want to say that my ADC played really well despite having 100 ping. Sheep, which is playing actually for the first time with us, although he's in the main roster, played super well as well. So it's kind of hard, but I think I would give it to Dutch just because he can basically stay calm in some scenarios or adapt based on what we want to do.
Dutch is in his MVP form, looking quite impressive, looking quite scary for other maybe potential opponents. That being said, I want to congratulate you, Konhatsi, with winning the playing stage of the SLE. And good luck in Division 1.
Thank you.
Hopefully, I'll see you there.
Hopefully, I see you guys soon.
Yeah. That being said, we say goodbye to Konhatsi, and tomorrow SLE returns with a game, I think we have 2 games tomorrow. Dream Team is gonna face Redemption. Extremely important game for both of these sides, both of them being 1 and 2 going into this game. Winner goes to tiebreakers, loser goes to Division 2. And
Sounds familiar.
yeah, gonna. And the other one, yeah, Eternal Blizzard against Runtime. Both of those teams have a little bit different stakes, as both of them being 2 and 1. Winner is gonna go instantly to Division 1, gonna join teams like Reef, SGI, Gucci, Black Manta, while the loser of that matchup will join Caliber in tiebreakers. So yeah, action-packed games, extremely well-matched games, and if we learned anything from today, round 4 has been a blast, and round 4 has been extremely competitive, and these games have gone down so tightly and so well. Any of the teams that you would want to face in the tiebreakers, Caliber? Maybe your sister team, that Row, CCG Row.
If possible, I would like to prevent the Civil War for now and then put it into the regular split, because we'll hopefully both get Div 1 then.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would like to, if possible, face Eternal Blizzard actually, because I know some of the players there, and it would be nice to play against them, because they actually seem like their bot lane is doing pretty well, and I want to face good bot lane, so I would look forward to facing Eternal Blizzard.
Yeah, some of ex-CCG members in the Eternal Blizzard with I
Indeed.
think Toplander Michi and McLaren's
Yep.
support as well. Yeah, best of luck for you to get your dream matchup. Eternal Blizzard probably would prefer not to face you, since they would likely rather division qualify directly into Division 1. But yeah, with that, thank you all for watching from me, from our production director Dreadpool as well, and from you, Caliber, as well, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you all for being here, and see you all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow then. Bye.